A special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, brother?
The problem with road ban is serious impediment for my people. And thank you for the kind of question. Now, all of you, the legislative reporters, I will see it prudent to walk my office this afternoon to come and ask me to tell you for the past 6 months, I've been feeling about the government and the road condition back home. For the past years, 6 to 7 years, my dear friends, to be frank with you, what I'm going to say here now, you can go and do your own research. You don't need visa to go in the Southeast or to go to Grand Chile. As you speak, years back, this time around July, today being July 17, in Liberia, rain season, to just come from Grand Chile, you need weeks in a month to reach the Monrovia, or to even go to get to Nimaganta, in Nero County, to Grand Chile, to get to River G. It was not easy. I'm so grateful to this government. We will take this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to His Excellency President Joseph Yima Boyka Sr. for the kind of hard work, the kind of concern that ensure the great people of Grand Chile County. Today, a son or daughter or father or mother can drive on Grand Chile in commercial car and dress in your white suit, and you'll reach the Monrovia in 6 to 7 hours in commercial car. If you have a private car, I tell you, it takes about 6 hours to 6.5 hours to be in Grand Chile. Any part of Grand Chile you want to go, more especially is Red Road, the county capital. The last time when I asked my oldest brother to go and visit our relatives in Africa, I gave him 2 of my cars, and he took from my house to Avoran border, two-town border, from Monrovia straight there. It took him 4 hours, 45 minutes. That was in June, rain season. And now today being the 17th of July, as we speak, the road still remain the same, the maintenance. I don't understand what kind of method the Minister of Public Works and the Deputy Minister for Technical Services, Prince D. Tama, that put into place that the people in Grand Chile County, today, they can drive from Grand Chile to Monrovia. They can drive from Zredru straight to Monrovia. They can drive from Zredru straight to Yekepa, Sanikoli, River G. So we are grateful to this government. And being the people's senator, we should speak the fact, we should speak the truth. And I'm a traditional person. I grew in the interior, and now our crowd people get a parable. Now, if you did something for me or for any of my relatives, telling you thank you, that will motivate you more to do another thing for another family person or another friend. So when the government is doing this, we've been suffering for years. For years. Road ban our impediment in the Southeast, more especially we are from Grand Chile County. Today, a car can leave from Monrovia now after 2, I can give you one of my cars and go to Grand Chile now. By 7 p.m., you'll be able to call to say I'm back. 5 to 6 years, 7 years ago, that never happened. Just for example, to tell you about the road condition, you know, roads bring development. When there's no better road, the business people take advantage of our citizens. because you will not buy your frozen food from Ganta, from Monrovia to Buzredru and spend 2 to 3 days in a month. And definitely the marketeers, they are losing. Those are into frozen food business. The chicken feed and the fish, and you need them. But today, the marketeers in Grand Gide, in Zredru, in Totan, in Tuzo, in Zaistan, in Jaizon, in Putu Jaundi, they are happy today that the market can reach the market ground on time. The frozen food can reach the market on time. The consumer, they are very happy with the situation today with our road, because the consumer, those days, they eat rotten food. The people of Grand Gide County, I can say the southeastern region. But for the past 6 months, the method that the Deputy Minister for Technical Services and Public Works, Minister Tama, a principal or Deputy Assistant Minister, all the people that they put in place from Public Works, including the Minister himself and the President. During the elections, when the President spoke about there will be no bar road under administration the first 100 days, we talk about fun. We that from the opposition. We talk about fun. We feel our campaign speech. But today, we are seeing the reality, so it needs to be talked about. Today in Grand Gide, few months ago, from 2023 back, rain season, bag of rice that cost less than 3,000 in Monrovia, in Grand Gide, that kind of time in July, today being July 17, you talk about $8,000 to $9,000 bag of rice. Today, as we speak, call anybody in Grand Gide, bag of rice is still remain 3,800, and in Monrovia is 3,000 a change, 3,005, I guess so. But in Grand Gide, now in July 2024, bag of rice price dropped from 10,000 in racism now to 3,800. Just $300 Liberian different from Monrovia and people in Grand Gide. So the government need to be appreciated. When it comes to gasoline, this time, July, in Grand Gide, I'm not talking about the entire southeastern region, because we are politicians. Other people want to play politics with it. So I'm not speaking about the southeast. I'm speaking about Grand Gide County, where my people are benefiting for the past 4 to 5 months to reach to July 17 today. This thing need to be talked about. Gasoline in July from 2023 back in racism, gasoline talk about $3,000 for a gallon. Today is $900 Liberian still in July, because the maintenance of the road. Transportation from Zredru on motorbike those days to Ganta, to our sister capital city called Ganta in Nima County. Our sister county capital, commercial capital, Ganta. From Zredru to Ganta, it used to be 10,000 to 12,000 on motorbike. Today, at 17, 2024, has dropped significantly to 3,000 on motorbike because the maintenance of the road. So the government need to be appreciated. So I'm taking this time to also appreciate my colleagues, most especially the pro tem of the Liberian Senate, Senator Nyomble Kanga Lawrence, and the Committee on Public Works, the chairman, former pro tem Albert Tubechi, and the co-chair, Edwin Melvin Snow. And all of us are on our committee. I want to say thank you to all of you that make it possible today, at least that push the executive, that push the public works ministry. And today, the people of Grand Gide County, we can come from Zredru, we can come from Tuzo, we can come from Barbertown, we can come from Putu Jaundi to reach Monrovia the same day we the people of Grand Judah County, we are so grateful to this government. And this is not the first time of this government. Former president, government then, now we get community college. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the former president, during Unity Party government administration, Mayweather School in Grand Judah County. Today, under former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the electricity, the West African power pool, today, the people of Grand Judah County enjoy electricity. So when Unity Party came by the power, we believe that the people of Grand Judah County will always be relieved by Unity Party government.
The CDC government prioritized rural connectivity.
Right.
With this exception coming from you, how do you grade the two governments? I mean, the CDC and the current Unity Party in terms of rural?
Well, I'm a CDC senator, but like I told you, that for me, I believe in the Bible. I may not be a pastor, I may not be a reverend, I may not be a bishop, but the Bible says, thou shalt not lie and thou shalt not bear false witness. Yes, this says yes, I suffer in the month. Yes, this says yes, my people experience bad road condition. So when you ask me to grade the two government, the past government and the present government, when it comes to road condition for the people of Grand Judah County, we believe what I heard, if it is true, by the grace of God, in the next 2 to 3 years, we'll be having quota from Tabata straight to Zredru. But right now, the maintenance part of it, my dear friend and brother, I do not want to lie to you. You cannot compare it.
So Senator, don't you think Nelson Spoon, CDC,
I'll come back to the CDC question, being a CDC senator. Yes, you know, male and female, yes, they can born a child, but a child become a citizen of country. Yes, I'm a CDC, but I'm a son, a born proud son of Grand Judah County. So if someone is doing good for my people, I am on an obligation to say the reality, to say the fact. Politics will come and go, but the land of Grand Judah County will remain forever. The land of Grand Judah County will remain forever. Politics, today, I can even tell you, right now, if I can tell you now, I decide to leave CDC. Is that a crime? No. But I will not go to court to say I'm teaching my tribe from crime to why. They do not have that in the court. The only thing I can do, I can go to court now. I want to change my name. Doing my panel.
How come you didn't know all the things that were happening around you? I doubt whether you even understand this country. Even though you led it for 6 years. I doubt whether you even knew what was happening around you. Or whether you know what's happening now. I will listen to you, see the lack of understanding of what it means to run a country. So no wonder why, true that you were not sleeping according to you, the country sank to where it was. At no time in the history of this country, the leaders of our country could just be sanctioned left and right. That our most respectable partner, the United States. You were not sleeping, you were awake. This place became a dumping site for cooch and other harmful substances. You were not sleeping. Corruption reached.
The Southeast Corridor, leading from Ganta City in Nimba County through Grand Judah, River G, and onto Maryland County, has been in terrible state. The corridor has been abandoned, making it almost impossible. Neither Charles Taylor, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, nor the WIA regimes could help the people in southeastern Liberia. According to research, the distance from Ganta in Nimba County to Maryland is more than 400 kilometers or 254 miles. To travel by car, you need approximately 570 minutes or 9 hours to conclude your journey. As we traveled over the weekend, we asked some motorcyclists about how this road condition looked like over the last 20 years from 2003 to 2023.
Then it goes around, no vision, you can see highway.
On the highway where you face now?
Yes.
No, the way it feels, how many hours?
You go right up sometimes you can make 2 hours, 3 hours then.
Before, if I pick up from Kanta to Zwaju, I used to spend 2-3 days on the road before I can reach because of the condition of the road. Before, if I pick up from Kanta to Zwaju, I used to spend 2-3 days on the road before I can reach because of the condition of the road.
Despite those terrible experiences, the current administration is changing the story of the Southeastern Corridor. The road is now in good condition. Vehicles are no longer getting stuck. Fare of transportation has drastically reduced as the people are once again commuting freely.
Okay, so you're from Grand Gila, Maryland, Sino. River says River G tuned to Spoon across the world. Spoon has absolutely no borders, regardless of where you are. You can always tune to Spoon and get the updates, get the news, get to know what's happening in Liberia, get to know what the policymakers are doing, the different issues, and get to enjoy objective analysis from our diverse panel here. I'd like to say thanks for joining us tonight. This is the Late Night Show, the Late Night Politics on Spoon. We are here again tonight, live across the Spoon Network, Spoon 107.5 FM, Fabric 101.1, Super 95.5, and other frequencies across Liberia. Many thanks to our partner radio stations, and thanks to our online audience as well. Let's have a great show tonight. Time is fast spent. Let me bring the rest of the team on. I see Moba Zuka is here, our co-moderator. Thanks for joining us tonight on the show. Francis, thanks for joining us tonight. Let me bring Raymond on. Raymond, thanks for joining us. Bila Soiree has joined in tonight as well. Bila, thanks for coming on. Let's hope we can have a great conversation tonight. A lot is happening in the country. So many things to talk about. And the Late Night Show is where we get to digest those issues, looking at those issues with different lenses, and sometimes they depend on where you sit. But I'd like to welcome everyone, and let's do our opening. Let's take 1 minute each to just do our opening, and then we can start the show. I want to welcome everyone in the comment section. The names are so many: Bobby Tukpa, Hashim Famole, our own sister, Lofty Bondo, Blue Dew, Matu Williams, Dawda Soiree, Josephine Alidi. I see Williet Morris. All of you joining us tonight from there. I want to thank you. Thanks for joining us. Let's hope we can have a great conversation tonight. Moba, let's start the show. Your 1 minute opening, sir.
Thank you, Nelson, and thank you to our listeners, radio, land, Facebook, YouTube, and also my brother and friends on the show, the panelists. Well, Nelson, there's a lot of things going on in Liberia, and we all understand how these things work. And one of the senators of the CDC, when I listened to that live video today, I felt like something is happening. Because it takes a courage for a man to speak from the opposition and speak the facts, the truth. And he decided to explain the necessity, the things that are happening, what's happening, and now it is. And our brother Jalawu alluded to it the last time. And people were just saying, when rainfall, it was the same way. And the senator came out and he lamented on those issues, and he put it bit by bit and pieces by pieces, so that Liberian people no problem. So that Liberian people can understand how this government is working on roads. And we know there's not a end. There's just the beginning. Things will work out. The government will do better, more than the past government. Thank you.
Thank you. Francis, let's hear what's on your mind, sir. Your 1 minute quickly. Your timer is set.
Pretty much. Moba, how you guys doing? Moba pretty much took the word out of my mouth. I was going to talk about the senator too, but from a different point. I watched the interview today, and he said it. He made a very same statement, I believe, about 2 months ago or so. He talked about it, and then the Saki boys then were talking about, it's not rain season yet, right? But what I took from that, while I was reading the comment as he was speaking today, You see people talking about, oh, he's a sellout, oh, they will vote him out, this, that, and the other. So I'm asking myself, do we want Liberia to be developed, or we just want to play politics in politics? So because a guy from CDC, he cannot speak the truth, and actually this is what happening, especially around the yellow machine stuff. Other people say, "Oh, we want yellow machine, but we want to count it right way." The CDC party as a whole, they are shaking in their boots. They know that their stronghold, which is the southeast, is going to slip away from them, because what they didn't do in 6 years, if President Barker is successful in opening up the southeast, connecting the southeast to the entire country, they have no say. They cannot go to the people and tell them vote for us anymore.
Thank you.
That's when we'll see the real strength of CDC in 2029 when President Barker connect the southeast. Let's see where they will get that strength from. That's what they are afraid of.
Thank you very much, Francis. Raymond, sorry, your timer is set now. Let's hear you. Welcome to the show. Your 1 minute opening, sir.
There's so many good things that happened today that I follow, but I would just try to speak to one that isn't really good. And I believe if Jesus was alive now in the flesh like he did during his days, and he called the Pharisees hypocrites, he would call those at the Liberian Council of Churches hypocrite. I heard their call for audit of the $22 million. And now we even heard the senator of Grand Jide, who's not a United partisan, talking about the good thing the 22 million did. Look, too many Liberians are playing politics and not interested in the well-being and the development of our country. And disheartening of most, the Council of Churches who sat there when auditors got killed, we heard nothing. Who sat there when $18 million allegedly got stolen from that country, said nothing. Who sat there when $25 million mop-up exercise infused in the economy, said nothing. And today they are emboldened to talk when there is no wolf in the crying wolf playing to politics, like many other segments of our people. Look, Liberians, we got to get serious about our development and take our matters into our own hands. And these people who call spiritual leaders, they are nothing but schemers.
Thank you very much for your opening. And look, we're going to discuss those issues tonight. So it's just more about your opening, and then we can officially start the show. Soiree, I want to welcome you. It's been a while since we last saw you on the show. Thanks for joining us tonight. Terrell, welcome as well. Sandy, thanks for being here. My roof in the comment section for you tonight. Hope you're ready for
my roof.
Let's take Peter Soiree. Peter, your 1 minute, your timer is set. Go ahead, your opening, sir.
Well, thank you guys, and I'd like to say thanks to you guys for all of the great job you get during in our absence. Obviously, we'll be at the back watching the show and while facing some issues of concern personally. But basically, I want to start by saying hi to all everyone that viewing the show. Share the show as you can, so information out there can go. And I want to say thanks to the Liberian National Police. There are many training issues, like Roman said, that is good in the interest of our country. But I want to say thanks to the Liberian National Police for speedily looking at the issue of the brother from Banga, Bon County, precisely the total commander, who were taken to India. I think that was a very unique thing, because I believe that leadership in our countries is about to listen to us when it comes to the issues of we pointing out things. It has not been like in the past where even when you talk about things, people say, oh, we shouldn't listen to certain group of people because they didn't support us. But we're seeing it trying about transmedia change when it comes to leader listening to their people. And one person who was behind championing of Brother Jabate being in India to get the necessary treatment. I want to say thanks to the Liberian National Police and Colonel Gregory Kumel as a head of that entity for the kind of good job they're doing. Thanks, you.
Thank you very much, Soiree. That's a great one, because the issue with the police officer in Total, where there was this tanker explosion has caught the attention of a lot of people. You know, so many people were concerned, especially given that he was one of the victims in the process of trying to save lives, and he got victimized. It's a good thing that the government has finally listened to him, and we look forward to seeing him get a speedy recovery. Ture, let's hear you, sir. Yeah, 1 minute. What's on your mind?
Yeah, thank you very much, Nelson. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all our viewers here in the United States and around the world. And to the panelists, I want to say, hey, my colleagues, man, thank you guys for always, getting the best out of me, or at least making me to comport myself well on this platform. But look, let me say this, Nelson. A lot of things happening in the country, and I think something serious that what I'm talking about is that whole airport situation. Let me tell you this. People talking about how the government took a lot of security, like armed forces and all that stuff at the airport. But these are security personnel doing their job. Do you know what was said after the said allegedly former President George Weah was denied access to the executive lodge? Some seditions, they said that will not happen again. And anytime that happens, they're going to take matters into their own hands. So what do you expect the security personnel to do to make sure that's not happening? And we just heard a couple of days ago from Representative Safoko, or whatever his name is, allegedly threatening to burn down the airport. These are serious matters. And these are not matters that only affect Liberians. They are international personnel that go through those airports. And let me tell you this, let's be serious. The whole pageantry that anytime someone leader come in the country, government officials, everybody just go to the airport. I think it is so 1848. People need to get away from this. This is absolutely it is so Asian, Stone Age stuff, where everybody want to identify the leader when the leader is coming in the country, when the leader is exiting the country. Come on, man. There is a lot of work to be done. So let's take this thing seriously. The president can come. Joe Biden can be coming for the Philadelphia. Nobody even knows Joe Biden is coming yet. All right? Only the authorities that are in charge to provide security. These are the people that know. Nobody need to know that the president is coming from Ghana to enter the country, where everybody just goes to the airport to welcome the president.
I think when you get a lot of less visit people
with that whole situation in Southeast, right? That road situation there. Look, let me tell you.
Thank you, Ture. Your time is up. Your time is up. We're going to talk about the road issue. You're going to have your time to make analysis on it. But this is just for your opening, guys, and I just want us to live up to the 1 minute time. Sandy, you want to do your opening, and then we can move into the conversation.
It's good to be on the show with a lot of you smart gentlemen. And to those listening to us and watching us, I want to thank you as always for being here. A lot of you have already, commended my senator from Grand Gila County, the Honorable Senator Zoe Emmanuel Peno. I will say that I do not agree with his politics more often, but I must agree with him on this issue of road going to Grand Gila and the entire Southeast. Again, I've said on this show over and over that I recently experienced the road and I like what is happening there. So to my Lodi, well, thank you so much for what you're doing there. Look, let me establish here very fast that Joe Penu is a friend of every Liberian president since he came to politics. So this is that new. Joe Penu is a friend of Helen Johnson Sirleaf. He's a friend of President Weah. He's a friend of Joseph Yuma Boakai. Since President Boakai has been elected, Joe has aligned himself with President Boakai. So he's the friend of every president. But on the issue of the role, he's spot on. Quickly, I know my 1 minute is over.
You got 10 seconds remaining, Sandy.
There is a news coming up that I read today about Madam Gloria Mususka and her family, that the Chief Justice or the Supreme Court had a hearing, and it seems that it's going to be in their favor. I want her to be free, yesterday or even the day before. I hope that they can free that family and just kind of give them justice and get them out of the mess that was created by the former regime. Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. Sandy, there was a hearing done yesterday. And so for Liberian time, I would say there was a hearing. So the hearing was actually on Tuesday. So how it's done usually is that the her legal counsel is filing for an appeal, and that's the process that's on now. They want the decision of the lower court to be overturned, And so that was the hearing yesterday. And so the hearing took place, and is now within the purview of the judge to decide as to whether the decision of the lower court will be overturned. And if that's the case, then it means that the appeal is accepted, and they're now headed towards the Supreme Court, where the final legal decision will be made as to what happens to Councilor Gloria Musu's car, what happens in the Charlo Musu case, and all of that. So yeah, it's a very good thing to talk about, and it's great that you even brought that up. So folks, there's so much happening in the country, and that's why I thought to have us make the most of the minimum time we have to just touch on a lot of those happenings. So the first one is that, I don't know, for some reason this thing keep dragging. This whole President George Weah coming to the country, security situation, and all of that, it keeps dragging. There's always one stage, and then the next stage, and then the next stage about this situation. Today, CDC had a press conference addressing this same thing about the arrival of the former president into the country, and they accuse the current administration of carrying on activity that uh carrying on some activity that of threatening the life of the former president. Let me put it that way. They accuse the current president or the current administration of threatening the life of the former president, President George Weah. They think that what was done, the deployment of huge state security, was a way of trying to threaten the life of former President George Weah. And the CDC Secretary General Jefferson Kochi alarmed over that threat on the life of the former president, and he said the issue raised, especially by the the information minister, Minister Jeremy Pia. He termed it as the minister engaging in public verbal ejaculation. He thinks that uh, all of what the minister said, especially when he said part of the reason why there was a huge presence of security deployed at the airport was because seditionists are threatening to burn down the place. He said that was just a mere bluff, on the part of the information minister. But the information minister is firm on his decision. But as we speak, tomorrow, the officials that were invited, I expected to appear before the House of Representatives. The defense, the chief of staff of the armed forces of Liberia, and that of the police, IG, Colonel Gregory Common. These individuals will appear before the legislature, the House of Representatives, to say why, to explain. And that communication was written by the CDC lawmaker, Representative Frank Safoko. So those officials of the security, you will be appearing to say why they deploy security. Security people will explain why they deploy security at the Ral International Airport. So that's one aspect of it. But the next thing is there's a lot happening in the country, and one of which has to do. Sorry. This thing is moving so fast. One of which has to do with the the hearing. There is this public hearing going on for the audit report. Two of those hearings were today, and it is expected that the hearings will continue on Monday. The Senate, I'm aware that they're going for their 26 break, the independence break. They're supposed to be there for 2 months, but while they're there, the hearings will keep going on. In fact, on Monday, there's going to be another hearing, and so the hearing continues Monday and moving forward. So this is something that's happening. The next one that's taking the center stage, a lot of people talking about, has to do with the position, the perspective, the view of Senator Zoe Manuel Pelon, has expressed today in his press conference relative to the road situation in the country. Well, he thinks that this government is doing very well. He spoiled the government with praises. And one thing to note here is that Senator Zoe Manuel Pena is an executive member of the CDC. He's one of those persons who canvassed for the CDC. He comes from a region that put out the votes for the CDC, and he was one of those persons who was very instrumental in putting out those numbers for the CDC. But now he's taking a position that even that some of his fellow CDC lawmakers don't really smile at. They're not really in agreement with. They're not really in that kind of alignment with, especially when he starts to praise this government. According to him, his Grand Gila County, which he represents as senator, it has seen road connectivity, good road. That place for the first time has not been disconnected from the rest of the country during the rainy season. For the first time, he said that he can now drive from Grand Gila County, and you watch the rest of the interview. You can now drive from Grand Gila County to Monrovia in just 6 hours for the first time in his life, and that even the CDC he supported. Senator Pena is saying, an executive member of the CDC is saying that even the CDC he supported for the past 6 years did not do for him what he's seen the Unity Party do. In fact, Grand Gila County, according to him, was neglected. Grand Gila County was rejected, was totally forgotten by this government he support. He even canvassed for in the just ended election. The county was neglected, but this government, the Unity Party administration, has started something that he deems necessary to applaud the government for. He says the prices of basic commodities have dropped significantly. He made mention of commodities like rice. The price of rice has dropped just 200 different from what we pay for a 25 kg rice here in Monrovia, as compared to the time past when the folks would be paying like triple, of what we pay here for a 25 kg rice. And so, yeah, he said a lot of things, and there are different views. There are different concerns that are coming out now. Well, there are others who think that he's playing the political card here. There are others who think that, look, he's trying to play the politics beyond just what he's saying, that, oh, the roads are good, the roads are now pliable. He's trying to buy that sentiment from the ruling establishment. He's trying to get the attention of the president right now, President Bwaka, for whom he did not campaign. He's trying to get the attention, the support of this current administration. He's playing the smart politics. That's what some people think. But well, there are others who believe that this lawmaker is saying the truth, and he should be appreciated for what he's saying at this particular time. Given all he outlined, he went on to talk about how under the Unity Party, previous administration, the county saw community college for the first time. But under the 6 year, nothing happened. Nothing improved. No community college. The college was not upgraded to a university status. No. But just for the same Unity Party to come back, in fact, this is not just about college now, but they see massive development when it comes to road connectivity in that part of the country. I want us to start the conversation from here, then we can move to the other issues, right? Because there's a whole lot to talk about here on the different issues that are happening across the country. Let's start the conversation with you, Moba. Your take on this issue.
Thank you, Nelson. Including Javasi Koji on the issue, right?
No, we're going to end up with
on it. That's why
I was just providing a few of the updates, but we're going to end up with the Koji press conference situation today.
Okay. No problem. Let me just stick with the road issue. All right.
Yeah. So let's do 2 minutes each on this, and then we can move to the next issue. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Nelson. Look, for the past 6 years, we hear people all on the street, more especially our brother from the Sycamore Tree, saying borrow medicine, Joshua borrow medicine. But his own county, right? Look up from Monrovia to Zweju, during his regimes, I think you guys put the picture up. You saw the road. You saw the road. How dangerous, how bad that road was. And people, and according to the senator, people were paying almost $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 just for transportation. And people was exploiting our people who are doing business, because when they buy their goods from red light, dollar, whatsoever, to transport it to the county, they spend a lot of money. And then, for example, when you buy rest, $2,000, you're going to sell it for almost $7,000 because the transportation alone need to move. You would pay almost $10,000 from Morovia, right, all the way to Zwerju. And now, and you know, he just said it the right way. He said it's not about politics.
But is there any reason for someone to believe that some politics is being played here? Because Moba, you know that politically someone could be saying this, but politically they mean something else.
But Nelson, you see, Nelson, they say, look, our in our common parlance, they say seeing is believing. I will not just come here and tell us, Nelson, I can do that. If I show you that action, you'd be like, lie. I always say my words across the water. But the senator, when he said those words, I felt it. I said, yes, JMB doing something. And you can, and people who want to put it aside this whole issue, there are people who thinking only for themselves, not for Liberians.
No, Maba, do you think the CDC is going to embrace this senator? Like that Zoe panel, who was the CDC Zoe panel, the darling board of the CDC in Grand Juliet County that was canvassing, going in the trenches to bring out the number. You think they're going to pamper him, to treat him like that executive member that deserves some level of attention? Do you think he's losing his place gradually in the CDC?
Where is Barker Matthew? All the political nonsensical people, where are they today?
No.
Okay, let me take my word back. I will take my word back. Take it back. But
take it back. Apologize. No, take it back. Apologize.
I apologize. I'm sorry for that one. But let me tell you this, Nelson. Let me tell you this. Look, political party will pass away, but Liberia will remain Liberia. Liberia will stand for itself, for the Liberians, not for CDC, United Party, ANC, all the parties. Name I can name party today that was started before the 2-week party. Where are they today? But
thank you very much. I want to hold you there because you've exhausted your 3 minutes. I want to hold you there.
I ain't 3 minutes. Okay, but let me conclude now.
No, I actually gave you 2 minutes, but you went 3 minutes. But I allowed that because I asked you the question. Let's move to Francis. We got to audit that environment. It's like there's a cup there. Baba, we got to audit that environment.
Hey, my man. You see?
Let's hear from Francis. Francis, go ahead. Let's hear your thoughts. Do you think the lawmaker here is he being real? Is he speaking his mind? Or are we seeing politics being played here? Francis, is he losing his place in the CDC? Does he still stand to enjoy that protection from the CDC, giving everything he's saying in the public space right now about the current administration?
My 2 minutes start now. Now when you are talking.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, let's agree that he playing the smart game. He playing politics, right? But the Maba said, last time I went is behind the ocean. That president counted 10,000 years from now. But if he lying, any of his opposition or colleagues can drive to Grand Juliet and see if he lying. You don't have to go fill out your application to go to Grand Juliet. He tell you your technical says, drive there and prove him wrong. You see? But even if he's playing politics, then that's a smart game because he's letting the people, his constituents, the people that he answerable to, letting them know what's going on. He said in the last 6 years, it was not possible. Now it's possible. You see? So I mentioned this. If you're a sedition, why are you calling him a United Partisan? Do you not want anything good for yourself in these 6 years? Just because you want Bagugba to stay a small chance of coming by in 2029? So if you're a sedition, are you saying everything should be bad in the country just because you want President Bola a little bad? That's terrible. You should have love for country first. Right now, we should be focusing on holding this government accountable for anything that they do bad that will affect our people. So that way, everything is good, our people enjoy. You, the citizen, will enjoy. The LPP person will enjoy.
Francis, what he's doing now politically, do you think is prudent?
Nothing. That's what we call country first. Even if he's playing politics, right? That's what I said in the beginning. Even if he's playing politics.
No. Let me say where I'm coming from. I'm coming from the point where this man is an opposition lawmaker. Yeah. This man was supported by the opposition. This man won that seat. You know that Grand Gila County is CDC stronghold. He won that seat because he is a CDC lawmaker. Now he wins the seat a few months after. He's indirectly denigrating, bashing, or throwing some punches at the very CDC on whose ticket he became a lawmaker.
No, Nelson, he's not throwing punches. He's just stating facts. He's stating facts that you can't dispute. So how is he throwing punches? But the seditionists are the one that causing him to respond this way. When
let me ask you this final question. Francis. If you hire a child, your child went at your next door neighbor's house, I don't know, by the green code there, my pa ain't sleep home. My pa get he can leave full money to the horse. Ali, your young pa, you can eat on time, but our horse, we can't eat on time. Nothing good happening to our horse. For the past 3 months, my parents leave full money here. So, will you still take that child as your child that you love, you care for, you cherish? Will you still have that space in your heart for that child?
Moment, the thing can hurt, but the truth can hurt. So if it is true, I'll be pissed that he go watch our dead clothes outside and tell everybody. But my child, if I'm not feeding the man, people look at the man buying ribs. You get washed on the man ribs that wash bowl. They got to say the man eating for the past 3 months. No, but the citizens, they are so desperate. Right now, they should be trying to do things around the country to make themselves to keep that relevant. Go around the country, help the people. Do things to help the people. Show that you are remorseful for the last disastrous 6 years. But they won't do it. They will be running around stirring up trouble around the country. And the President Parker will keep working while they're making noise. Then they will see what will happen. Right now, they pretty much see that the Great General is split between CDC and the other party. Since then, for now, they will not have any stronghold in Southeast.
This is very important. This is very important. Now, let's move to Raymond quickly. Raymond, 22 million. A lot of people bash at the Ministry of Public Works. Well, there were concerns. How come Public Works Minister say they spent 22 million? Yeah, in fact, the man say it was an error. He begged the legislature. He apologized. Some of the lawmakers said, "Oh yeah, this was an error, but it was a harmless error. So let's forgive the man." They forgive the man. But even up to now, the Public Works Minister is still taking punches for this particular 22 million. But Raymond, in the midst of that, Senator Zoe Manuel Peno is lavishing praises on the Public Works Ministry, the Public Works Minister, because his Grand Gila County road is now connected, is pliable.
You see,
is he saying the politics here, or is he speaking to the reality?
No,
is there any reason why Liberians should hail him for this position he has taken?
Nelson, I've said this time without numbers. We Liberians discuss issues we know little or nothing about. But we do not consult people who are expert in our area to give us first knowledge before we discuss. We discuss based on our public sentiments. I mean, things we heard in the public without verified information, or our political sentiments. We side we take and we side we want to run with. When the Public Works came on this public bashing for using 25 million, some call it corruption. And I was one of those who said on this public media that, look, what the Public Works Minister did was being proactive. The legislator and others were playing bureaucracy and were playing politics to store the 100 days no car would get stuck in the mud, to make this new government a liar by delaying the signing of the budget so they won't have money to spend. The Public Works Minister being proactive sign understanding with the contractors to go in without a formal contract to go and work, and obligated them that once the money is passed, we're going to sign a formal contract. With no harm to government. There's money in the budget to do road works. They started crying wolf. But you know, they say you can lie for a while, but the truth will always surface. This is what happening. You, for an instance, play a freelance journalist on investigative report. An independent freelance journalist spoke to people when they gave up video footage of the conditions of the road, before and current. We heard a CDC lawmaker who spoke to the issue, and all that he said are factual. So why are we not discussing the content of his communication, but his intent? But we can't establish it. We're not supposed. But the truth of the matter is the issues he spoke to are factual. So why don't we discuss the facts in his content? Then we discuss his motive of his content that we can establish.
Raymond, politically, do you think the position the Grand Jury County senator, who is an executive member of the CDC, is taking now, do you think it's prudent?
What do we for political institutions? To strategize ways to lead the people to development and progress in an alternative route. So even if he have a political, and every political marriage is a marriage of convenience. So his marriage with CDC is a marriage of convenience. CDC rely on he being a sword of Grand Judah and his ability to maneuver and compute and influence the citizens of Grand Judah so that CDC get influence in Grand Judah. He also need a bigger institution so that he can establish himself politically. It's a marriage of convenience. So even if he switch to the Unity Party, it's still a marriage of convenience. But based on what?
Would the Unity Party even trust him in a case where he decides to switch? Would the Unity Party even trust him?
I've already answered that, and I said political marriage is always a marriage of convenience. But for this time, what is his marriage? You think the Unity Party don't want grounds? The Unity Party want to enlarge in their numbers. No political party want to be stagnated. So politics is about numbers. And you provide services and strategy to bring more people on. So if the Unity Party is able to get him on board, it's a win for the Unity Party. And it's a win for him too, because he have aligned himself with allies that are giving his people what his people want. So it makes his political journey easier, and his people will appreciate him.
Now, thank you, Raymond.
But Sandy was the first to speak about this issue. So the senator is behind Sandy, so we should give Sandy the credit for breaking the news.
And this is big. In fact, I'm going to play a portion of this video again. Vasco, thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to have you on.
Before Sandy went to Liberia. Months before.
Yeah, the senator raised that issue in passing in one of the sessions. But Senator Miguel, others said, "My man, where were you? In fact, you tend to praise and worship me now, But let's listen to a portion of this.
Definitely, the marketeers, they are losing. Those are in the frozen food business. The chicken feed and the fish, and you need them. But today, the marketeers in Grand Judah, in Zredru, in Totan, in Tucson, in Zeistan, in Giant Zone, in Putu Jandi, they are happy today that the market can reach the market ground on time. The frozen food can reach the market on time. The consumer, they are very happy with the situation today with our road, because the consumer, those days, they eat rotten food. The people of Grand Judah County, I can say the southeastern region. But for the past 6 months, the method that the Deputy Minister for Technical Services and Public Works, Minister Tama, a President or Deputy Assistant Minister, all the people that they put in place for Public Works, including the Minister himself and the President. During the elections, when the President spoke about there will be no bar road under administration the first 100 days, we talk about fun. We that from the opposition. We talk about fun. We feel our campaign speech. But today, we are seeing the reality, so it needs to be talked about.
And this is where it gets interesting. Today, we have seen the reality. It needs to be talked about. In fact, When the president said we thought our fund, we thought our campaign talk. Is he campaigning for the Unity Party ahead of 2029? Let's hear your take on this issue tonight, man. I mean, this is Vasco. Welcome to the show.
Nelson, thank you so very much. Look, if we should give any credit to anybody on this platform, at least we should give it to our own Sandy. Sandy not only did Sandy report on this issue, Sandy traveled those crowders and he gave us facts. It's not like somebody told him do us on the road taking pictures. All right. But let me say this, Nelson. If I was there in that room, right, when the senator was talking, right, but I would have shown that this guy probably was, his hand was placed on a Bible to say nothing but the truth. So help him God.
So help me God. You think he came across as being on in the So Help Me God movement?
Absolutely, absolutely, because Nelson, this guy stood on business. He came with receipts. You know what I mean? Like he came with receipts. He spoke on it so eloquently, right? Gave historical antecedents of some of the stuff that he was talking about. Let me tell you this: there is nothing called convenient truth. You either say the truth, or the truth will definitely look at you in the face and slap you. Look, this is something that citizens from that part of the land are speaking on, right? So what the senator was in short telling the Liberian people that, look, there are certain things that transcend politics. We're not going to come here and try to sugarcoat things here. Yo, and he made it clear. He said, look, I'm a CDC senator, right? CDC brought me here. But looking at the grain of stain of the situation on ground, this is what our people are getting right now.
Listen, Ture. Do you still buy that? I'm a CDC senator. Do you still buy into that comment coming from the senator? Like, I'm a CDC senator right here, but I'm campaigning for Unity Party ahead of 2029. I'm a CDC senator, but my CDC messed Grand Gila County up for 6 years. We were abandoned, but Unity Party is taking it to another level.
Nelson,
do you buy that?
The senator said he's a good Christian. He might not be a pastor, bishop, or you know what I mean. But he also understands that the truth is something that all good Christians are told to actually subscribe to, even in the midst of your own peril. You should say the truth, right? Some people may call this committing a political suicide. A lot of people are concerned that way. By the end of the day, to what length are you willing to tell lies for your own convenience? You know what I'm saying? Look, there are a lot of good people in our country. And today, what our senator actually told us, that he's not going to put politics, you know what I mean, in front of his, you know what I mean, his constitutional obligation, right, to the people of Grand Gide. And that's what we saw. That's what we saw, Nelson. You can call it political suicide. You can call it what you want to term it. By the end of the day, the truth side set you free.
Look. I have a photo here. Yeah. Ture, just wrap up. Just wrap up, Ture. Just wrap up quickly.
Nelson, let me tell you this, right? Let me tell you this. I was yearning for a Liberia where an opposition politician, right, will look at everything that he could use, right, to score a political score, but he would decide to actually place it at his own detriment. This is good. This is good for Liberia. All hail Liberia, hail. Thank you to Senator Zopeno for being that guy.
Sandy is coming in next. Sandy got a bad guy, you know. Guys, something is happening here. But I want to welcome you to the show. Emmy, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Sandy, you want to go before Vasco, or we should get Vasco to come before you? Okay, Vasco should go, right? Okay, look, Vasco, I want to bring you in. You always refusing to come before the guys, but I want to bring you in, Vasco. Vasco, do you see this situation as your party, the CDC, losing grip on one of our influential executive members, Zoe Emmanuel Pell. You watched the press conference today. Vasco, with everything your senator said, do you see her comment as a fact, a hard truth that the CDC will have to work on if they ever see state power again, or a propaganda he was running just to get the attention of this current administration?
Thank you, Nelson. First of all, let me wish myself happy birthday.
Yeah.
Today is my birthday. And I feel like I celebrated today, Nelson. Look,
wow,
the kind of birthday wishes I got today, I've never seen it before. I think it's because I'm on spoon and I'm speaking. I think because I'm on spoon and I'm actually giving the public what they want to hear. So today, I was celebrating on a serious note. But let's get to the topic.
Thank you, Vasco. We're going to end the show with your birthday. But happy birthday. Meantime.
Let me get to the topic.
Go to the issue, yeah.
I don't know if I should say this, whether you don't have problem with it, but I think Zoe Penal is suffering from some kind of a mental problem. I think there is a need that
Nelson, I would disagree. I said something here, Nelson. No, I will not agree. Nelson, I will not agree.
Listen.
No. But you take almost 2 seconds. You should cut the man off for cutting the senator for saying
no. Guys, you have to stop this. Guys, you have to stop this.
No.
Guys, you have to stop this. No. He did not insult the senator. I can tell you that Vasco did not insult the senator. Guys, let me say this. Mobile, let me come in. This is an intellectual exchange, right? They may say, I think. Okay. He did not say this, that, and X, Y, Z. He said, I think.
So when somebody uses the word I think, it's a what?
Go ahead.
You're talking about the same thing that you believe.
Mama, when you tell me say you want to hijack the show. If you tell me say you think I'm not okay, it's up to you. I know I'm okay.
That's how I feel. You wanna argue about feelings?
So further explain yourself. This is what will determine whether you apologize or not. Further explain yourself. What did you mean when you said that?
Nelson, I think the senator have a mental problem.
Why do you think that way? Because if your thought is not right, then maybe you have the problem. So explain that. Let's understand. Let's understand his logic.
For a senator to celebrate a dusty, muddy road that know very well that the rainy season in Liberia it runs from May to October. And the only reason why the Southeast Road is bad is because of the rain that fall in Liberia during that period. If there will be no rain in Liberia, there will be no bad roads. Vehicle will travel everywhere they want to go.
Look, Vasco. Sorry, let me interrupt you a bit. The logic you pushing, that one will set you free or that one will tie you. So you gotta be careful how you push the logic.
That's what I'm saying.
So you say rainy season start from Wednesday. What's the time?
May.
From May to October.
But
Vasco, what time is this? What time is this? You want to tell us the date today? July.
We are in July.
Okay, April, not May. April.
Let me come in.
April 15.
I don't know what kind of
No, you tell me, Teacher Kato.
No,
Even
no,
in
no.
May, I'm not gonna
Can we
school you
have a
went to.
show, please?
I don't
Guys,
know
come
you
on,
went to
man,
school.
guys.
Who teach
No,
who
no,
who
no,
will
no,
teach you the rainy
guys.
season like bro?
Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. I want to come in.
Nelson, can you? It's a matter of fact. We got some listeners. Can you verify that
But Nancy,
information?
you see, all about talking, I've been watching the show. And I just came on. I didn't get a chance.
But we can
guys,
America a
guys,
liar. There are some facts that can
guys,
be
guys, on a serious
that
I
note,
can
don't know who
be
taught you guys. Who
on a
taught you?
serious note,
I
on
don't
a
know who
serious
taught
note,
you in
on a
school
serious
in
note,
Liberia.
on a serious
Maybe
note,
your
guys.
own teacher are different. My teacher different.
So,
Which of the school you went to?
guys, let's do this. Let's do this. We have to do. We have to do. We have to do. We have to. Vasco, please, please allow me, Len. We have to do justice to the conversation, guys. We come up here. There are people who have sleepless nights just to listen to what we have to say. There are people who kill their sleep time. They are up just to watch the show. So we can't keep interrupting, talking over each other. It doesn't just say well. I mean, it doesn't sit well at all. If you just go back, listen to the show on your spare time, and just listen to that portion where everybody is talking together. I mean, it's not good at all. Please, if you're not recognized to speak and you interrupt, sorry, we'll keep you in the back for 5 minutes for the first time. The first time, 5 minutes. The second time, you'll be in the back for 30 minutes. The third time, you'll be off the show. Please, let's at least try to respect every panelist here. Once it's the person's turn, let them have their time to. So I don't even know where you stop, but Vasco, please, just conclude. Vasco, conclude.
So next thing you see, now I won't be having a chance to say what I want to say because people interrupted me. Everybody have their time on this show. When my time reaches, let me say what I want to say. You don't have if you don't agree with me, when you come there, you can disagree and say what you want to say. But I'm saying what I know. Look, the rainy season in Liberia, it starts from May to October. That's what I know. And if a senator will come out here to start to help Dustin Road, and I see all of y'all making reference to Cindy. Cindy drove a low car on that road. The very day he drove the car on the road, after it rained, and said Cindy will want to disagree with me now, I have problem with him. After it rained for a day, Cindy car got stuck in the mud. On that same road he was pressing the day before he posted the video in the chat room. Even when it rained, he posted a video in the chat room that his car got stuck. And he was even marking at the $22 million people spent to fix a dusted road. What kind of lawmaker would be happy, very much happy, that the rainy season haven't even gone in the middle? And you start to hear a government because the road is pliable right now, because you are not getting rain.
Vasco, I want to interrupt you a bit.
Where?
You say the rainy season hasn't gone in the middle, but the lawmaker is healing a government for doing XYZ. But let's take your May you provided to October. From May to June, the entire May, June, and July, that's 3 months. August, September, October, that's another 3 months. So Vasco, on that one, we're in the middle of the rainy season already.
July.
We know that back then, our people who did their studies, they said rainy season start from the end of from April. All right, but due to climate change and all of those things, there has been some adjustments now. Yeah, sometimes even in May, sometimes up to the end of May, you still be experiencing some real sunshine here in Liberia. But so taking the May We're already in the middle of the rainy season. So Vasco, all politics aside, you saw the report from the independent journalist who went along that corridor. You listen to what the people had to say. You listen to the comparison that the senator made today with respect to how much people were paying for XYZ for goods and services at about this time back then and how much they're paying now. The price has dropped more than half. Vasco.
Okay.
Just take 30 seconds to conclude your thoughts on this one.
Okay. Before I go to the goods and services, Nelson, the issue of the road, we all should understand. Every year, there is certain number of rain.
Yeah.
Maybe this year, there is not enough rain.
So Vasco, we study did to tell you that this year no enough rain.
But Nelson, I want you to understand that a dusted road or muddy road will never be okay when there is rain. Nobody should argue.
No, I know this thing is hard to fix. I know it's hard to fix. But let me say this, Vasco. Finally,
I didn't let my thought.
Okay, so let's move to Cindy.
Nancy, when there is rain, consistent rain for like 4 to 5 days in row in that Middle East, there will be a major problem on the muddy road. And one thing I say here about the senator that people need to go and check something going on with the senator. Nancy, you guys are independent journalists. You guys are independent journalists. I listed those serious callers from the Southeast about prices of commodities, Nelson.
Thank you.
It was shocking to know how much people pay for rice in
okay, so what you say in short is that you don't agree with the senator. So let's
I don't agree with the senator. The senator got some issue. You need to solve it out.
Thank you. But in all fairness, thank you, Vasco. Let's hold you there.
Okay.
Cindy, we're coming over to you.
Is it Southeast or the Middle East? Which one?
I'm gonna say that right now. When that time reaches, you're not hear me talking.
So I think Vasco man. Vasco. Sorry, I know you want to make a lot of points, but sorry,
Middle East that is Southeast.
Yeah, thank you. Cindy, there's something going on here. I don't know. I don't know what is going on. Yeah, remember we're gonna give you 20 seconds, but let's end up with Cindy. There's something going on here. Cindy, it's good you're from the Southeast. This is a CDC lawmaker right here. A CDC lawmaker right here. With President George Weah, Wani and Danny doing the presidency of President George Weah. The CDC was in power. Everything was fine. The sun was, the day was very bright on the side of the river. And this is the CDC lawmaker. I mean, Cindy, what is going on here? And this is for the benefit of all of the people watching the show now. You who watch it, you see the photos that I'm displaying right here. This is the CDC lawmaker with President Buakai. This is the CDC lawmaker with President George Weah. Cindy, is there some sort of game being played here? Is there anything going on we don't know? You are from the county. You guys are in all of the chat rooms.
So I'm trying to find a coin, but I can't get a coin. But all of us know what a coin is. A coin have two sides to it. There's possible two sides to this story. First, let's establish here, Vasco, Senator Zoe Manuel Penny have no mental health issue. I'm a mental health professional. While you may disagree with his approach on this, I felt you went too strong. You have no mental health problem. The brother spoke truth. Truth that I experience, truth that my people are experiencing every day. Now, Nelson, let me tell you one thing about Zoe Manuel Penny. Zoe Pennon is not educated. He's not book smart. But I will tell you, he's one of the smartest Liberian politicians I have come across. I don't like him politically, I'm going to tell you. I'm saying that publicly. I don't like his political idea. I don't think he brings anything good to Grand Jide. What Zoe brings to Grand Jide is his interpersonal skill. He's a free giver. He gives to the youth. He promotes the young people. The people love him. He's interpersonally connected. That's all Zoe brings to Grand Jide. But Zoe is the friend of every Liberian president. Every Liberian president. That's Zoe Emmanuel Pennon's friend.
I want to understand that aspect. You want to go further a bit? What do you mean? I mean, how can he be a friend to every Liberian president, but he's an executive member of the CDC?
That's what you need to know
about
Zoe.
Deceiving the CDC? Has he been deceiving the CDC?
That's what you need to know about Zoe. During Madame Salif time, Zoe was on almost every trip with Madame Salif. If you look at Madame Salif trip pictures, you see Zoe Emmanuel Pennon there. George Weah, he's a member of CDC. Let's establish that. He's a member of CDC. Clear member of CDC. During President Weah time, he was everywhere with President Weah. He's a darling boy. The first couple trip that President Bouaka has taken out of the country, one in the US, one to Ivory Coast. Zoe was on those two trips. That trip was the Ivory Coast trip. The trip that came to the US, Zoe was on that trip. He is the friend of every Liberian president. But that does not take away the fact. Let's get back to the fact. The fact is that Vasco, I don't know when last you were in Liberia. I go to Liberia every year. I don't know when last you were in Liberia.
6 years
But
ago,
when I
Vasco
go
was
to
in Liberia.
Vasco, every time I go to Liberia, I don't spend more than 3 days in Monrovia. As soon as I land, I rest for a couple of days, I'm in Grand Jide. So I have experienced the role under Madame Salif. I have experienced the role under President Weah. I have experienced the role under President Bouaka. 2021, I took a Ford 150. You guys know how powerful that truck is to Grand Jide. The body parts were all damaged before we got to my town of Doji town. That was December. I went to have my father feast. The road was bad in December. It was terrible in December. Nelson, the only place you could see machine, yellow machine, was in Nimba. When you have crossed from Nimba to Grand Jide, there was no machine on the road. I know the road like ABC Vasco. Once you cross the Sesta River, you get into BI Taiway. That whole place is a Swami area. All the way to Toll Town is a Swami area. You need the machines there to beat that road. 2024, so 2021, I took a Ford 150. 2024, I took a sport car, a Chevy Cruze, small car. And I will tell you, that was the best road we have ever gotten in Grand Jide. Nobody yet celebrated Dusty Road, Vasco. But when the Dusty Road is serving your people temporarily, you should be happy. You don't know what our people were going through when our people were buying Beko rice over there for $10,000, and now they're only paying $4,000 for it. And then you want to come here and say we shouldn't celebrate it? You said my car got stuck. Yes, I drove the car to Zreju, and let me tell you, everywhere on the road, Nelson, not more than 2 towns. Not more than 2 towns, you see a yellow machine working. Almost every town, there's yellow machine. I went to Zreju, coming back, it rained a little bit, so my car slide. But just imagine a Chevy Cruze that it just took 2-3 people to push in less than 30 minutes, and we got the car back. That will happen. Nelson, you can't even be crazy to take a Chevy Cruze to Grand Jide on a George Weah regime. You won't be crazy to take a taxi, not even a Jeep, to Grand Jide. So let me end on this. Zoe Pennon statement is not political. When I got to Grand Jide, and the old man who I did not know came to me and said, my son, the rice we did not plant, that the rice we're eating from, That means the Bwaka we didn't vote, that the Bwaka will benefiting from. That's not political. When the old man looked at me and she was joking and said, that Bwaka man, we will renew his battery. He's going for second term because of what he's doing. That's not political. When my sister got on a small taxi today, yesterday from Grand Gide, and got to Monrovia in less than 6 hours, that's not political. We are seeing the reality, and we must commend this president. So I join Emmanuel Peno to say thank you, President Bwaka.
But just the final one, and then we'll bring Soiree in. Then we give Raymond his 20 seconds. Sandy, politically,
Vasco Current gone.
no, Vasco Current stay there. Politically, do you think what the senator is doing is good for him, the political party he supports? Is it prudent politically to start to lavish praises on your opponent? Are you not campaigning for your opponent ahead of 2029? Now, today we're playing this clip, but this clip is going to remain here. You may be surprised to see that in 2029, 2028, these are clips the Unity Party is going to be playing and telling the Liberian people in less than 6 months of our administration, these are things we did. Don't you think he sort of gave out the CDC for the latches when he did?
Zopenon didn't need to say anything, Nelson. The people of Grand Gide seeing it. It wasn't Zopenon who told me that they did not plant the rice but eating the rice. The people of Grand Gide are seeing it. They are feeling it. The goods are going in and out of Grand Gide daily. I have motorbikes riding in Grand Gide, flying through from Grand Gide to Nima daily. And let me tell you this. Let me end on this. Zopenon don't need George Weah or the CDC to win any seat in Grand Gide. I told you, he's not educated, but he's very street smart. And the young people of Grand Gide love him. He don't need them. I think they need him more than he need them.
Thank you very much. Now let's take.
The show not being fair to me.
Yeah, it's gonna get fair. It's gonna get fair. Things way. I don't know what to say.
Raymond spoke here. Nobody said anything to Raymond.
No,
almost 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 4 minutes. But when I came here to speak, I'm the only opposition here. So when I come to speak, it better you just mute everybody.
But man, they can't take our time. You know,
we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back.
Guys, they want to say something else.
I will not battle any of you people here on speaking. When I speak,
Vasco, for the first time, I know you're angry on the show today. For the first time, Vasco, I can see Vasco angry face for the first time on the show today. Vasco, we're gonna give you time. But I want us to go around the table first. Raymond wants 20 seconds as well. We have to do that. Let's take Soiree, then we'll bring Emmy in.
Look, thank you for bringing me. You see, basically, I think we discussed the issue about the senator, and I talk about favor. You ask question in relation to favor, and I talk about even in the face of God, you want to praise God to gain more favor, so God can bless you to move forward in life. And basically, you ask some question in relation to whether you want to be more political or we're seeing it from the political aspect. If your politics does not in any way benefit the life of the people you serve, then there's no need to be in politics. And basically, when you listen to the senator, he talk about skill things, and I really admire that. I'm not one person. You want to say you got principle in politics. Maybe you don't want to be here and there with president, and everybody saying he's the friends of a president, right? He saw that from the developmental angle. He said, I'm a product of the CDC. If I'm to go to court today, basically it will be maybe the CDC took me from their party, but it will not be somebody take me from a tribe or from a people that I'm serving. So that is to tell you he primarily prioritizes his people over any political party in the interest of the people he's serving. And like Cindy gets some historicity about Zoe Penny. I've been following Zoe Penny. You don't want to agree with open all of the time on the issue of maybe using as a political and here and there, but you want to admire him as to how he developed young people life. He developed his people. He always like, I'm from my people. I'm not mostly looking at a political party or whatsoever way people want to see politics from. If this president, he said, if this president is doing the good of our people and our people is happy about it, I don't think I want to be that opposition who will stand in the gap of wanting to be here and stand impacted many, because the issue about the CDC, they always believe that they should subject themselves to their party ideology and not look at development or the country progress in the name of they wanting to come back to power 2029. I want to say this to all of our brothers. I know Vasco, I want to say happy birthday to you. But I think you gave some substandard analysis as to how you should.
You said what kind of analysis?
Substandard analysis. You know, when your analysis is substandard, you kind of flip flop. You don't know where you're going and where you're coming from. So at the end of the day, I want to say sorry. Today's your birthday. I don't sort of be using no adjective, but I think so. You say I think on the senator, basically, but we think the senator does not have, and he don't have any medical issue. He's saying the fact. We want to say a politician has come in our country and they want to gain certain things, but we want to look at the senator statement in a context, basically attaching it with fact. Let's forget about the senator. The ballot you're sending said it. He went there, basically three administrations that he been going to. He been going to Liberia on three administrations. That three administration. He's seen the kind of progress that has been made on that road, on this administration than other administration, and that cleared it. And sometimes Vasco, you agree with sending on independence about things, about issues. So I want to believe that just hold on to that and believe that there's a progress in that bro when it comes to the issue about growth. And people will politicize the 22 million issue because they don't know that rumors dutifully as to how that 22 million will be used in a 2 years. It's not just 1 year. It's a 2 year. You talk about maintenance, you talk about all the basic things. So I think it's a very unique thing that our country is making progress in the plan.
Look, Emmy, let's bring Emmy in, but before bringing Emmy in, let's listen to this.
And definitely the marketeers, they are losing. Those are in the frozen food business, the chicken feed and the fish, and you need them. But today, the marketeers in Grand Gire, in Zredru, in Totan, in Tuzo, in Zaistan, in Janzo, in Putu Jaundi, they are happy today that the market can reach the market ground on time. Minister Tama, out. Today in Grand Gire, few years ago, few months ago, from 2023 back, rain season, bag of rice that cost less than 3,000 in Monrovia, in Grand Gire, that kind of time in July, today being July 17, you talk about $8,000 to $9,000 bag of rice. Today, as we speak, for anybody in Grand Gire, bag of rice is still remain 3,800, and in Monrovia is 3,000 a change, 3,005, I guess so. But in Grand Gire, now in July 2024, bag of rice price dropped from 10,000 in rain season now to 3,800. Just $300 Liberian different from Monrovia and people in Grand Gire. So the government need to be appreciated.
Emmy, let's hear your take on this issue. With I don't know, but go ahead, Emmy.
Well, hi everyone. I know I haven't been on here for a while. Nice to see you guys again. Dr. Ishmael, Yaya Joski, and the rest of it. I don't want to call everybody's name, but everybody in the comment section. Okay, so now from I haven't watched the whole thing from what the senator was saying, but looking at him when you play it, I don't think he's playing politics. This man I think he's someone who has been talking to his constituents and how they feeling about what's going on now, about it not perfect, but the progress that has been made on the roads around that area, because according to Cindy, by the time of the year, before. It was horrible, and no one is saying that. I don't think the senator is saying that. Oh, it's so perfect now. Is have everything on it, but you should appreciate, what you have now compared to what it used to be before. And I don't know why it's so bad in Liberia that when you're from another party, you're not allowed to align with other political party. I don't know why is that, but I won't understand it because I'm not a politician. But I guess if I join a political party, they shouldn't be roasting me because I'll be down in one with everybody else. Because I don't know why you shouldn't do it because you're from another party and you should be lying to say you don't have to lie to the people. They can see that Cindy said, right? The senator did not have to say anything. The people of Grand Gila, right? They are the one feeding the pinch. They are the one going to the market and buying these things like he's naming. Those are his constituents. He's saying what heard them say. So I don't know why he should be crucified by seditionists because he's not going by the party mandate, the Sakimochi mandate, and just spilling out things that is not true. I really don't have much to say on this because I think the man is the one on that road going back and forth every day. My brother Vasco and I sitting in the United States, driving on Kotai, 4 lane, 5 lane, whatever, all over the place. Who am I or who is he to tell the man that he's lying? Right. So I think we should just get away from the politics thing and be like, whoever saying whatever the feeling. I know what's the guy name? The one from River says the last time the senator said it, he came and he started saying
Bill Torrey.
Saying something to throw some mud in the water because he felt like the senator was praising United Party too much, and somebody came from that a call from those areas and debunked what he was saying, and that is very bad for our country. I think we should be more patriots than being more of a political party. And I like what he said, like when Vida pointed out. Like, CDC can kick me out of that party, but my people will never kick me out. I will always be a crime man. I'll always be from Grand Gita. I'll always be from so. That speaks volume, and people should know that. And I hope what Minister Edition will look at this and really learn from it instead of learning from the ones that keep lying, going ahead and lying. When they see good, they call it bad. My brother Vasco today, his birthday. I'm not gonna be on him, but some guy named start from V, the last name end with S. But we need to stop that, and people need to learn from people like this, even from the United Party or any other party. If you see a party, if you see somebody else doing good, CDC or whatever, you should be able to say it. I don't see why you should. You understand? So yeah, I don't think he's playing politics.
Thank you, Emmy.
And it should be.
But when you say, listen, Emmy, when you want to shoot your shot, shoot it. You can say today Vasco birthday, you don't want to beat on him, but you say some guy needs start with V and ends with S. Who always said needs start with V and end with S? Anyway, let's do the 20 seconds.
Happy birthday, Vasco! I love you.
Raymond, take your 20 seconds. I see Turi has his hand up, and Francis wanted 20 seconds as well. Vasco. So
we all getting 20 seconds, Nelson.
Raymond, let's hear you.
Protest.
So first, I want to say happy birthday to my dear brother Vasco, my 2 Street brother. Happy birthday. On behalf of everybody from the 2 Street, especially your gang, the gang you are part of. No, when I say gang, it's a group of boys now. So engineering, when we say gang, is an association of men who got one accord. So it's an engineering term. It's not the social term. So I apologize for using it wrongly. So Vasco, your information that rainy season runs from May to October is not an inaccurate information. It's written in our textbooks. But from an engineering practice, we usually take from April to October. Usually, sometimes November. That's when usually you do not want to mess with because the sky can pull down rains. But this rainy season, we're having unprecedented rainfalls in Liberia. The flooding you saw around Monrovia and other places, and in the sub-region, even Cote d'Ivoire and other places, is a testament of the unprecedented rainfall. Because the seepage rate of our soil The rain that falls supposed to absorb into the ground, into the underground waters, and go into other water bodies. But when the water stay on the ground for a while, that means the seepage rate and the rainfall, the proportionality, one higher than the other. So it's an indicator that our roads have been tested by rainfall. And I want to also share with you that.
You have 20 seconds, Raymond.
So is it over? Oh, I got 10 more seconds of the 20 seconds.
You got two more seconds remaining.
All right. Happy birthday, Vasco. I end here.
Thank you. You know, because now engineer terminology there.
No, but that's they make it simple so our listeners can understand.
And that's simple. No, don't make it simple. No, look, Mobile. Anyway, Vasco, take your 20 seconds. Then we take Toure.
After Toure.
Vasco, please unmute. Because today is your birthday. I don't want you to say somebody interrupted during your time. Please.
I still stay with my May to October when it comes to rain season. So that means we're looking at different things. But Nelson, Zopeno is the first senator in the history of Liberia that was accused of murder. His house got burned. Not burned, but people damaged Zopeno, burned new house in Great. That is to speak to you that Zopeno, any election that will come out in Great Gilead, Zopeno will never win any election in Great Gilead anymore. Zopeno is a self-seeking politician. Everybody understands Zopeno. Cindy said it right. Zopeno is always with every president that will come to power. And the Great Gileads, they have noticed this man's behavior. And it will be coming to our end.
You know, Vasco, in our system of jurisdiction, in our legal system, let me put it that way, a person is innocent until proven guilty in a court of competent jurisdiction.
I say you were accused.
Anybody can be accused. It's easy. You know, some people can kind of laugh you and say, Vasco, you did this. Vasco, you're on treasury. You sold something to me, or that correct? That's accusation.
They will not break my house.
You know, and so we especially on the meeting like this, we have to be careful what we say and stuff like that, because they are.
And that's it. That you are clear. You know, also about breaking down Zopeno house.
Okay, but again, when did you realize that he has been a CDC lawmaker? You have been, you know, putting him on your ticket. When did you realize that?
Listen,
is it just because he's saying something that favors the Unity Party? Now suddenly you realize that he's not a good man. That's where our politics is taking us.
You guys, I don't know whether you really follow the CDC when Joe Well went to Grand Gilead. Zopeno, the Grand Gileads, even for Zopeno to speak to some of the occasions that we went to, the people refuse. Some places that George Weah went to, when you call the people to come and speak, the Grand Gilead on top that old town or villages or whatsoever, they never recognize Zopeno. This man know he already lost ground.
Thank you. Let's show you there. Thank you, Vasco. Toure, you want to take your 20 seconds and then we'll take Francis?
Yeah, so look, Vasco is like the kind of guy who someone will tell and say, Vasco, I got racing on my ass. But the racing I told you last week, the racing I've healed, thank God. Vasco will say, my man, you lying. That racing stay there. I will get my racing. I will tell you, say, my racing I've healed. Thank God. But you still saying I got my racing. Look, at the end of the day, Vasco, I've told you this. There are certain things like my good friend Jerry, Jerry will say, you cannot intellectualize certain things, right? You cannot look in the eyes of the people that live in that part of the world telling you that things are well for us. Thank you. You know what I mean? Look, let me tell you this. You know, they CRC song just came out and said congratulations, right? Look, if you got that song, I was just gonna put that song right here. The people that used to tell me, that the people telling me now, congratulations. The people that refuse to vote for me, that the people telling me now, thank you. Look, there are certain things. What Zopeno did was just to tell the people exactly what it is. Zopeno coming out to tell the Liberian people that JMB have done this for his people down there. It was just an icing on the iceberg. Whether he says it or not, the people in Grand Jide, they are in majority, they know exactly what this means to them. And instead of weighing depth, the economic impact that this is happening to people, the transportation, the market, they decrease significantly in inflation, in self-inflicted inflation.
Thank you, Ture. Thanks a lot, Ture. I know I'm not muted. I know I'm not muted. I know I'm not muted. Francis, you want to go ahead? Francis.
Come on, man.
Ture, really like your brother Jared.
You know, it's kind of sad and pathetic, you know, to hear our brother trying to twist himself in the press. So to now crossing as Zopeno. But let me tell you one thing, mark my word. Zopeno come tomorrow and castigate JMB government. Vasco said, what? That means the best solution ever. But right now, they are so scared. These guys are so nervous, they are shaking their boots. I'll keep saying it. And they are wicked set of people. When you look at our senator speaking truth to power about what happened in his county, and you praying for evil to befall the Liberian people. You want bad thing to happen to Liberian so that John can maybe get a chance to come back?
Thank you,
now. You should be shit, man.
We're about to go to the phone lines and we'll take your calls to all of our folks following. But let's take Cindy, 20 seconds, and then we take Moba. Cindy, you are muted.
Thank you, Nelson. I don't usually like to speak after other panelists, but I feel very obliged to speak after Vasco because I'm a son of Grand Jide. And what happened in Grand Jide County to Zoe Emmanuel Peno House and the protest that took place in Israel was very unfortunate. For us to come on this public forum to still measure it as a way of encouraging the young people, or even saying that what they did was indirectly good, I think it's wrong. I'm a scientist. I believe in science, right? I'm a healthcare professional. The late representative Errol Madison Guell died from sickness. In fact, he was taken to hospital in India. He ended up dying, I believe it was in Ghana. Medical reports were given, but mere accusations from people that he was bewitched was what led to the burning down and the destruction of Zoe Emmanuel House.
Thank you for the clarity.
That Zoe Emmanuel Peno wished him somehow. Another case associated with Zoe Emmanuel Peno is the disappearing of Alfred Donner. These are accusations, mere accusations. So we must not encourage young people to protest and destroy the properties of others based on mere accusation. That's not good for our country. That's not good for Grand Jide. And the people of Grand Jide are peaceful. They will never allow it again. And Vasco, please don't bring Grand Jide issue on here like that. Thank you.
Well, Vasco bring Grand Jide issue, bring Bufa issue.
That's not against me, Jerry.
I will bring Grand Jide, yes. Say I will bring Zopeno, yes. I will bring Grand Jide, yes.
That is interesting. No, Remo, you already had
Vasco, you complain of being interrupted.
Moba, let's take you. Moba, go ahead. I mean, we had ruined the show before you came here. You just came one hard judge the show. Yeah, go ahead.
You see, you should put Vasco in the back because Vasco did it for Alfred spoke, and you put Alfred in the back.
We all know the CDC to be people, again, people who believe in protest, who believe in. So when Vasco sits on this show, hailing people who go and destroy people's property, I think it shouldn't be like a surprise to anybody who watching the show, even the panelists. But let me go to the main issue. Look, sometimes in life, if you lie, even when you're saying something, right? People will know that what you're saying, it made no sense. People who live in Grand Jide, people who live in there. Next thing I want you to play that video again. There are people listening. There are people who on radio, people who listen to radio, and people who on Facebook, YouTube. That are listening to when they were interviewing the people. The people says they don't even remember when last they technical go were even greater. They never remember. The people say since Ellington from Ellington, Charles State or Ellie, George Weah, like just like Yima Baka regime, car going without ambition. And now you hear criticizing Sopeno.
Thank you very much, Moba. So we done with it. Okay, so I read quickly. Then we bring Alfred. Remo will take you, but we want to go to the phone lines and we'll come back.
No, it's an observation, so it's before the phone line if you can. It's not about our discussion point.
Okay. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. You know, our brother from the CDC always love for us to go to history, and basically you talk about Joe Penny being one person, one of the candidates, but then that President President Weah went way to other rally center and were rejected. That's not true. All of those that were rejected did not kind of power because the likes of Maurice Tuma, the likes of other senators and representatives that people boo out. They're not kind of power. You sit on the platform tonight and tell her that Joe Penny will never win election because you see him as a murderer. So what extent or what point in time did you recognize him as a murderer when he supported the CDC and brings some vote to the CDC? Let's be careful when saying this thing. We understand that anybody disagree with you or praise the government in line with progress, you want to say they are not sedition. You're disproving the fact that nothing, even calling the man sedition, the brother saying the man is not a sedition. But we can understand these things, doesn't it?
Thank you. Let's give Alfred 1 minute to let. Yeah, Alfred, you are muted. You already carried 30 seconds.
Thank you, Nelson. Tonight I did not want to come on the show, but the topic is so much to me that made me to be constrained to be here. Nelson, let me say this. Road, water, electricity, and healthcare should not be given to our people on a basis of political privilege. Over the years, this is what has been happening president after president. When they put one small road, they want everybody to hear them. Oh, the president do this. That is political privilege. We don't want that. But let me say this. JMB is gradually changing his name from Joseph Yuman Boakai to John Pombe Magufuli of Tanzania. There will be a serious Magufulification. Let me say it good. There will be a serious Magufulification.
No. Come again with that. Let me
say it again. There will be a serious Magufulification of Liberia under Joseph Yuman Boakai.
For every time you say it, it changes. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me say that again. There will be a serious Magufulification of Liberia under Joseph Yuman Boakai.
You cannot permit you to say that in the way you want to say it.
The name John Pombe Magufuli. John Pombe Magufuli. He left a legacy in Tanzania that today in Tanzania they still talking about John Pombe Magufuli even though he's dead. I have said to you time of number on this show that Joseph Yuman Boakai is the last person in his generation to be a leader in Liberia, and he has an obligation to some of us who support his candidacy and now he's president of Liberia. He has an obligation to leave a legacy that will be taking the mantle of authority when he shall have left. We can point out and say these are the things that Mr. Boakai did when he was president. That's why I said again, there will be a serious Magufulification of Liberia under Joseph Yuman Boakai, no doubt.
When I know what that means. Nobody knows.
Magufulification.
It's okay, I mean, it's okay.
Know what that means. Nobody else.
So let me just conclude. Let me conclude.
Let me conclude. And let's go to the phone lines.
It's so abnormal in Liberia when a political or a politician from another political party speak truth to power. It's abnormal. That's why you see Joe. Why you call him? Joe Emmanuel Peno is being bad at. He's being called all sorts of names. But if you can recall, Nelson, in this country, when Barack Obama was running against Senator John McCain, someone said Barack Obama was not a citizen of Liberia. You know what he said to the president? No, do not say that.
Okay.
He's a U.S. citizen and he has the right to be president of this country. You understand? We need serious political leaders in our country that will do the right thing for our people. Thank you so much.
So wait. Are you saying, are you agreeing, are you joining the senator to hail this administration for the construction work, or you saying that we should not hail the administration, or nobody should hail the administration because that's the primary responsibility of government to ensure that roads are constructed? What exactly is your point?
What we are saying here is this. What we are saying is this. National projects that is undertaken by the government is a reflection of the both government branches of power, right? So, Mr. Zoe Mayapena is telling you that the Liberian taxpayer money.
You in support. You align with
100% in support of the senator. The senator is saying the truth. That's why I told you that Mr. Barker has an obligation to leave a legacy, and that's what we are saying. And we have time working our favor to make sure that this comes to pass.
Thank you. We gotta go to the phone lines. If you're listening to the late night show, the late night politics on Spoon, we're here tonight. I'm Nelson Colette. We have Bila Soiree on set. We have Alfred Conowal on set. Vasco Smo is here. Francis Jabate, Raymond Daisy, Jiraou Sende, Vakabine Toure, Emmy is here, of course, Moba Zokat. Let's go to the phone lines and take few calls. 0555-101075. Toure, at some point I'll put your number up once I'm ready to transition. But let's take the first person here. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from?
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Happy birthday to basketball. I just want to remind you something. The 2030 country we play Argentina to see the sister for now. The original ball medicine. Then you get that one.
Thank you very much. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm calling from Zubata.
Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
And I'm so happy this is my first time staying out to listen to this late night show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we got a president that want to leave a legacy. And we thank God for this president. Let we all rally around him and he will make this country a better place for us all.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We'll take 3 more calls from the local line. Hello. We lost that one. 0555-101075 is the number. I'm about to put the WhatsApp up. I'll put it up with Toure's number. Hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm calling from the Congo Town Belt.
Okay, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, I wanted to monitor your show and regarding the role of Nigeria in respect to the senator, what he really said about that role.
Yeah.
It is very true, my brother. I lived in Nigeria 2019 up to January 2024. From Nigeria to even come to Ganta is 15,000. And whenever you are riding motorbike, it's like when you are walking from Nigeria from Zwetu to Ganta. So those developments that these guys are talking about, it is true.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Zwetu is being restorated. Nigeria is being restorated. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We take another person here. Hello, your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Antoinette. We are calling from Kano State.
Let's hear you quickly. Go ahead.
Thank you. So the fellow that you stated that who say he think that Ethiopia is mentally ill. I think that he's mentally ill.
Oh.
You know the politics is type of politics about Liberia. We know one here is Physician and United Party. We are all Liberians. If a political leader does something or if a government does something, no matter who you are, appreciate that person. The power to appreciation is the most important thing. Right? For me, I'm not a politician. I listen to the show from one now. I don't check my station. But for this one, it meant taking a theater, it plugged me just as what I call. You shouldn't be so cruel because you are physician. Think about your children. That road is a good opportunity for a lot of Liberians that on that road.
Thank
Listen to what the man said. People market you to fall on the road. And today, they are privileged for the network he has done. Joe Parker has done. Why can't we all rally and appreciate him? Instead, we are there suppressing him and making him to he has done things. Let us all be Liberians, not politicians.
Thank you very much. Let's hold you there and take the last two calls from the local line. Hello. Hello?
That's all the call from Labrador.
Yeah, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Thomas Kume and I call you from Upper Kawe.
Thomas, go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
When our brothers speak, it baffles me, and when they say they won't come back, because when you rejecting development today, tomorrow you come back and tell the citizen that you standing up for development, and it's questionable.
Okay.
Because Zopeno, we suppose Zopeno for the statement. Or people will be saying he's out of mind and he doesn't know what he's saying. Then you are not prepared for development. Tomorrow you come back, you want to say you're coming back.
Thank you.
But I like the father will put it in and they will move back. They will never come back.
Thank you very much. Hello, your name and where you come from?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling from Ralphie Highway.
Ralphie Highway, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to tell Vasco he's giving like that. It's not good that you let the child until you destroy the child. It's good that when the child does wrong, tell the wrong of the child. When the child does good, tell the goodness of the child. So I just want to tell him that he should appreciate the president brother of the good work he has done, that he may be able to do many more for us.
Thank
so
you.
That we know.
Thank you. The way I'm beating on Vasco, I hope you know today the man's birthday. So just so you know. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, you're alive. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you. Steven, and I call from Monrovia.
Steven, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, Vasco, now Vasco about nothing. You did do all well on the show.
How?
One of the panelists said something where you dispute him right away by telling him to apologize. And Vasco came out to use a word on the senator. Didn't tell him to apologize. It didn't go well.
Your observation duly noted, sir. We are only humans, and I take note of that. Thank you so much. Thanks.
All right. So to the point, what the senator said is a fact. People who even hear from the southeast, not Grand Jida alone, they are giving testimony about the role. So those of them that are in the diaspora that are not here, they should not say things that is not the fact.
Okay.
Let us all praise someone if they have done good, and we should only pray for the basa of the person to be looking at them.
Thank you.
Any mistake they made, we capitalize it. We capitalize on it. But anything that is good, let us talk about it too. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And then we'll take the last call from the local line.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Go ahead.
Yeah. I say there's something I really want to talk about this Vasco guy.
Mm-hmm.
Vasco been with CDC for 6 good years. So you didn't know that there was a rainfall or there's a sunshine? Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening, sir. Go ahead.
You getting me?
Yeah, you're alive. Oh.
He's talking about the road now. Not yet the
but that they remaking the CDC, that they remaking the CDC, you are not able to construct the road. What it says here, you know,
so that means within the 6 years there was no dry season, right? Within the 6 years.
I know. But the rain was too much, you know.
I don't know, because within 6 years time there will be no drought. So the past 6 years there was also rain.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, so I'll squeeze the final person in. The calls are so many from the local lines, but we have to close off from there and then go to the WhatsApp and the international callers. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm calling from when I'm driving, coming from the RRA heading towards town.
Okay. Your
Yeah,
thoughts.
I listen to your show, and in this country, let us put politics aside. Let us be a patriotic Liberian here. Let us put our country first. I listen to a lot of scholars saying we should appreciate Mr. President Boakai. Yes, it's necessary we do that. We should appreciate him. But I ask them again, when you people got to know how to appreciate a president when he does something for this country, right? I'm driving on the RRA road. We used to drive on this road, at like a death trap. And when the former president, we have started this road project, we had a lot of criticism on this road. We had a lot of Liberians saying that the former president, he is spoiling money, we had quota on the road, and he came down, he started to move the other quota, put it on that. Now see this road, I'm driving on it now this night. I'm free.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't we appreciate president for what they do? Just because, one, it is not me, it shouldn't be you. All of your studio guests and your panelists you get on the show, all of them are listening to them. They are not a patriotic Nigerian.
Okay.
They are not.
Thank you,
They
sir.
are all
Thank
just
you. Thank
want
you.
to be one-sided, and we get this country will not go nowhere if we continue like this. Yes, we appreciate President Boakai, but you never appreciate the former president when he was doing all what he did. Now you are saying that people should appreciate President Boakai. Why it should be like that?
Wow.
What
That's
was
a
not good
great
yesterday,
point.
it
That's a
shouldn't be
great point.
good today.
That's a great
What
point.
was good
Thank you.
yesterday, it should be good today.
Thank you, sir.
So you did it, and you expect the other people to do it to you. Let us forget the politician people and put them behind us. Let's put our country first.
Thank you,
Now
sir.
now you all are asking us to appreciate President Boakai. Yeah, we should do it, but you never did it for the ex president. Now you are asking for it. You are asking for unity. You are asking for togetherness for all the polar bro first. But you never polar bro first when the other guy were there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the fact that you were able to clear your chest. It's like you've been listening. Derek, you were, this is the beauty of a platform like this. Everybody has the time to express themselves. We
Yeah.
appreciate it tonight. And if I capture anything from him, don't expect to reap what you did not sow. You did not sow this. You did not nurture this culture wherein people will be healed when they do the right thing. But now you want
That's
people
it.
to heal you when you're doing the right thing. And he has a point. So Ture will take on the calls from here as I make transition, the regular transition.
Quiet.
That's it. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. That's it. I beg you, please don't go. I just sent video on your message.
No, I'm going to play a video. Let's have
Can you play my video too?
Somebody on your phone.
Yeah.
I mean, we got people on the phone.
2 years ago, and when you play that
Vasco.
video on the team roll.
Yeah, Vasco will play a call on the line, Vasco, please.
The caller, go ahead. What's your name and where you calling from?
As I said, my name is John Fireman. We joined the conversation in Charlotte, North Carolina, USA.
Go ahead, bro.
Today, it is so unfortunate that our brother always comes on the show with some, he's not coming on the show with some five, But, the question is, Vasco, the past 6 years, it rained all the time in Liberia. The past 6 years, you guys did not open the road. The swimming water time, you are asking if all the road you reach for consistently 5 days, you will force the road to 5 days so that the road will be destroyed. Why will you guys come on the show with deception? For the past year, you guys did not fix that road. Your president used yesterday to people in the Swahili to go on campaign. Now the people are using the road. They say that the senator is more close with the players and find many arrests. Why are you guys coming to show PC?
All right, thank you, caller.
The senator and then let's not believe the checkpoint.
Thank you.
Thank you for the show.
All right, number any 71. Go ahead.
Yeah, some more calls.
Hey, how you doing, man? This is Jeremy Echo Cassidy calling from Maryland.
Hey, Jeremy, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. First of all, I want to say happy birthday to my man Bosco in studio right now. Yeah, so I mean, on the other hand, my man Bosco, yeah, I got me spoil a whole birthday because you get love in your album overseas, but you don't make it tonight, bro. If I were you, I just don't want to go home and relax in my bed and relax and enjoy my birthday night. Cause you come over here, like someone is speaking fast. I mean, you left from Liberia since 2017. You haven't been in Liberia to fly all the rules or said you're talking about, and you say, oh, it all lies and what have you. Like even going to the point of calling the senator like, claiming he got mental health or something like that. I mean, that's crazy, bro. Like you can be doing that. If you see the facts, speak to the facts.
All right, bro.
There are no CDC business. Speak to the issue, bro. If you say you love Liberia, speak for the Liberian people instead of just speaking political party.
Absolutely.
Right?
Thank
You
you, man.
gotta chill, man. Chill, my man. Go sleep.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Shout
man.
out to all the parents, man.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for your contribution.
They got more calls to it.
Our brother from Arlington. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Hashim Famula calling from Arlington, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. What's up?
You know, people like Vasco, they will be slaves to we are until the day medicine law finish, they die down, then they will be crying with their knee. People that accept do Vasco, St. Jackson. If something going like that, they don't want for it to be. They want we have to come from it down so they can tear our country apart. So no way for children when we go back to enjoy our life after we live our life in the country, so we can beat that suffering again. So I wouldn't blame Vasco. He's saying that in America and that one he's talking about it.
All right, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you for your contribution.
Kazari will go with.
Hey, calling from New York. What's your name and where you calling from?
Both calls.
Hello. What's your name and where you calling from? 1 minute.
My name is Ayuba Jazino Kamara. I'm currently calling from New York City, but I'm a resident of London.
Hey, Mr. Jazzy, man, go ahead, bro.
Well, okay. By the way of introduction, I'm executive member of the Labour Party. So I just want to contribute on you guys' show. By the way, you guys are doing a fantastic show.
Thank you,
sir. But I see a gentleman who is comparing Joe Baka to the Tanzania former president. May so rest in peace. I think that's a wrong comparison. Joe Baka, up to now, I've not to the investigation and come up with financial report on his inauguration. We all know inauguration was a disaster. Till now, he have not hold nobody accountable for a financial report on the inauguration. You're comparing the two persons, they are not the same. I just want the gentleman to get it right. Magufuli was accountable. Accountability was the hallmark of Magufuli. But Joe Baka, I'm not showing that. The role you guys are talking about tonight, 22 million giving to the same people George we used to give it to.
Let hold you there, Chief. Let hold you there. We're not finished tonight. Thank you very much.
We're not. Thank you. I wish I would get another time to
absolutely
check your mind, contribution. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mr. Kamara. Thanks. Caller from Philadelphia. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Sherry, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up? What's your take?
Vasco, let me first of all say happy birthday to Vasco. And I think, let me diagnose Vasco with two things on a health street. Vasco, this is birthday. I'm calling from the state of Iowa. You said the senator have mental problem. No, you have a mental problem.
No,
and let me diagnose you with two things. You have dementia.
No. No, caller. Keep it stable, please.
Okay. Vasco, let me tell you something. A sitting senator of the county, when he comes out to say something, please respect him. You will not die with we are. Nobody will die with we are. Neither nobody will die with Joseph Boakai. The past 7 or 8 years in the Republic of Liberia, my father-in-law from Grand Guinea, which is the senator. My wife is from Zelata. We went to Liberia. We couldn't reach our home. and the senator coming up today, Vasco, on your birthday, if the man says anything, Vasco, why not congratulate him? Because of CDC issues,
thank you, caller.
You are Liberian and you will never ever go to local county because you're from local county.
Thank you, caller.
You will never go there. You will stay here until you die with your weird.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
More cause. I think, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Ture, how are you? My name is Harry.
I'm doing well, man. Harry, what's up, man? What's your say?
Not much. Hey, look, we spoke on this before. I have said to myself that Liberia is at the crossroads right now. Liberia is still going through a critical situation. We've been there before. We're still there, still struggling. And I think that if Liberia is to succeed, to move forward, I think the young people have to realize and address the issue, speak to the issue that will give Liberia, that will lift the country up.
Absolutely.
We have to recognize that identity politics is not going to carry us anywhere. Because, I mean, come on, leave this party objective and speak to country. And sometimes I see the emotion from Francis and Sandy, and I feel their pain, and like myself. There are a lot of reasons why most of us like Liberia will give the U.S. I can challenge you. If Liberia was really the kind of country that we want, we would never be in this country. Imagine that.
Absolutely, I agree.
But I'm not going to speak of basketball because I know a lot of young brothers doing it. But I'm pleading that by this time we should know that Liberia is all that we had. And we say that every day. You imagine living in the US and going back to Liberia and seeing a beautiful country, a beautiful road. Your people feel happy. That's what we want.
Absolutely.
Every day we go to the airport. I go to Liberia almost every year and I have to make a budget, not for my family, but just for people who come to me, just starting from the airport. That is the wake up call for most of us.
Thank you,
if you think that you really love Liberia, think and speak to the issues that will benefit, not a political party.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Let we there. We'll finish it tomorrow. Oh yeah. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. We appreciate you. Last call. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Last call.
Hi. Can you hear me, Ture?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, caller. Go ahead, man.
Another panelist calling.
My name is Marie Catter, and I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Hey, Marie. Marie. Go ahead, man.
Thank you, Ture. It's difficult to watch Pasco calling the senator today that he's now in his right mind. Because had this senator come out today and said that, you know what, JMB is playing a game with the Liberian people. Let's assume JMB was only playing the role for political counties that voted for him.
Right.
The same senator was going to be held responsible to come and advocate for his people and complain that JMB is not fixing Grand Jida role. He's not doing anything for the Grand Jidas. Instead, he's doing separation among the Liberian people. So what's wrong with this same senator? He's seeing now that JMB is doing the work for his people, to come out and acknowledge the good work that JMB is doing. Let's take away politics all the time. This is not about whether he's trying to go to the UP or he's leaving the CDC. Yep. It's just a senator that understands the fact that regardless of party line, when your party don't win the election, you still mean well for the country.
Absolutely.
And you are still serving for the growth of the nation overall, but not just a political party. Because that's what we're going to stand on. Liberia will not improve at all.
Thank you very much. Hopefully, you can get back on the show soon.
Alfred, we're having a lot of topics.
Back to you guys.
Yeah. Due to the time, I think we're going to do our closing because we want to talk about the diversity coaching issue. But I think we're postponing it for tomorrow. which of course I think will be prudent for her to do that. So we can get to our closing. I'll start with you, Alfred. We'll just go in the round. Alfred, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Brother Zokai. Like I say again, my opening, I did not want to come on the show tonight, but it's always good to come here to share our thoughts about what we want to see in our country. All right. And a quarter call and say I was trying to compare JMB with Margot Foley. JMB has an impeccable character. No one in Liberia has ever said JMB stole their money. And I am saying tonight that there is a gradual process that we are going to see a transformation taking place in our country, evidenced by what the unorthodox decisions that I believe that Joseph Boaga is taking to fix this country. Okay? Whatever they want to say, let them say it. That the other people be doing political grandstanding at the legislature. Everybody doing political grandstanding at the legislature. Let them be doing it. Joseph Boaga has a focus. He has a focus to deliver this country that have wallowed in abject poverty. People have gotten rich overnight at the expense of 5 million people. Joseph Boaga has a legacy to leave. And I have said he had time without numbers. He is the last generation, he is the last person in his generation to be a leader in our country. And I am convinced that he is going to leave a legacy. I'm very much convinced about that he's going to leave a legacy. I'm not saying that he's going to be perfect. There will be mistakes along the way. Every good leader will make mistakes, but the ability to correct those mistakes along the way, because this is a country that have lived in corruption. Corruption has been a hallmark of our governing process. So when you're doing something the right way, people say you're stupid. This is the only place where when you leave government and you not steal money, the people say you're stupid. You're supposed to steal the government money and be riding flashy car, be big houses. Where you die will not go with you at the end of the day. But this is the country we are talking about. So I'm hoping that the president will remain focused. He will remain determined to deliver this country so that we can be proud of ourselves when we're going back home to say, yeah, we were on the front line advocating for this president. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sorry, I tell you, then we'll go to Vasco because without going by the queue.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it was a good show, and I want to end like this. Vasco, happy birthday to you. And we always believe that you are one of the good brothers. Yeah, no matter of your stance on issues of concern, I wish you all of the best. And I want you to always be in your good mood at times when you see progress. And basically, today is your birthday, and your senator, your CDC senator, talk about progress. I think it is important sometimes you got the guts to talk about and appreciating some business things in our country. But I think it was a very good show. Let's try on this path. No matter how we believe, nobody is infallible and nobody is perfect in life. Even the very imams and pastors that we have, they have some mistakes along the way. What about a politician or somebody who we call a president? There will be mistakes along the way. And well, we see it necessary to criticize these mistakes to see the right thing, we will do it. But on the issue of development, anybody who thinks you can just stand in a gap of wanting to stop development with criticism, no, we're gonna be here to latch you off. And Mr. Kamara, thank you. Zeno, a very good big brother. We know that you support the Musa Berere ideological political party on the side of the Liberty Party, but I want you to be very objective as to how you come out to some of these conversations. Nobody is doing a silent comparison of Joseph Boaga with microphoning, but he's on the trends of microphoning because when development are coming to the countries, we see a practical aspect of these things, and that's what Mr. Joseph Boaga is doing. So we understand that the Liberal Party that is on the side of Musa Berede want to come out to counteract this argument, but want to believe that you guys should appreciate some of the business development. So our people, it is not about we, the politicians, who believe that it should be about us, but we're talking for the people, so it should always be in the interest of the people. But I think it was a good show. Thanks to all of the panelists, and I want to say thanks to the appreciation to all those who've been trying to comment and share the show. Let's keep doing these things so our country, Mama Liberia, will always be the patrimonial of our primary goal when it comes to seeing it in progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Vasco
I
off
beg,
camera. So
let me say, my man, happy birthday. I forget to say, man, happy birthday. Vasco, happy birthday, brother.
the man off camera, the man, I know what the man doing. Francis, go ahead.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for being here. Like everyone said, it was a good show. We look forward to another brilliant show next week. I mean tomorrow. But yeah, guys, I know it's been a while since we talk about the smoke alarm. As you can see, we are still collecting smoke alarm. We have over 200. The goal is 1,000. Right now, we have over 200, around 220 or so. I'm still purchasing and collecting donations. So please, the fire situation is still going on in Liberia, and we need to help our folks. With that being said, please inbox me, reach out to any of the panelists if you want to make a contribution. We appreciate those who have already contributed towards this process, but it's going very slowly. I hope we can hit 1,000 soon so we can ship to Liberia. But thanks to Zoe Mara panel for really putting it out there. Like I said, CDC folks are shaking in their boots because their only hope was to see the Southeast in their corner. But since former President Weah said it was 6 months of rain that made him not to face the role, President Barker is saying you have 6 years, you have 6 dry seasons. He will use 1 dry season to open the road to the Southeast. Let's see what they will tell the people in the Southeast now that will cause them to vote for them. Even though they were stuffing the ballot over there, they still couldn't even win the election. But thank you, guys. Liberia will be developed by fire of our force. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. Raymond, go ahead, my brother. You mute.
So I'd like to speak to Mr. Kamara as well. And the caller who said we're not appreciating President George Weah. As far as I can reflect, because I was in government at the time, the first year of George Weah, there wasn't much criticism. I remember the first criticism was for the Eaton and Bomath. A lot of politicians were quiet. But once this government came in, a lot of people started criticizing from the other side. And we are not talking here as politicians. We are regular Liberians talking on the behalf of our country and the development and the direction we want our country to go. So we're not playing to your political games. Many of us here are non-partisans. So we're not seditions nor unity partisans. We are Liberians, and that's what we are talking about. Take off your party regalia, your party cap or beret, and become a Liberian. That's what we're asking you to be. And the road that you trying to credit George Weah for, that was an Ellen Justice Salif initiative. Credit her for it. The designs were done. I worked at the Ministry of Public Works at the time. The engineering estimate and everything were done. And some of the criticism George Weah received was the contractor that he put on that road did not prove in Liberia for that kind of work. All of the works he did at the Ministry of Public Works, East International, were bad work. East International have failed on a lot of contracts. And that was the kind of criticism George Weah got. And it was evident by the work East International started. We called site layout. The way they set up things at the site was bad. We saw the amount of accidents and the likes. So people were speaking to the issues, and Liberians should speak to the issues. But today, it's a different scenario. So you're comparing apple and oranges. But what we need to do as Liberians is to think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia. That way, whether you consider it a Unity Party slogan, but the message is patriotic. The message is about development. The message is about upliftment of our country. And that's all we need to do. Nobody here, Mr. Kamara, praising the Unity Party. We're talking about Liberia, and that's what you yourself need to join us to do. Talk about the upliftment of our country and take off your party cap, please. So, Nelson, I asked you for a moment to speak, but I didn't get a chance. So let me use my closing statement to reference this thing.
30 seconds.
We are on the airways. We should be very cautious about the kind of message we put out there and the culture of the message. Violence have been an issue that have affected our country so bad. Someone's house got burned because of allegation. But yet, we can repeat those kind of phrases here and send them like propaganda messages political tools. That should be condemned and that should be allowed on this show. What we are here to do is to influence things in our country positively. And we cannot condone negative culture on this show. That's amount to hate speech, and the individual who spoke those words should take them back on this stage. Nobody whom, no Liberian, whether Sidisha or anybody, should be burned because of political alignment. No person whom should be attacked or attacked violently because of political ideology. And based on mere allegation, and someone's here celebrating it and raising our flag up as justifying it. That's healing a bad culture of violence. And we need to stand against it. And one of the things I stand against, and I won't condone it when I'm on this show. Thank you.
Thank you. Fasco. We'll go to Cindy.
Thank you. You see the kind of hypocrisy we always talk about? This same man who's saying all these things, I never accused Senator Zopeno of any crime. I was just saying something. This man was here who know very well, who said that he's a learned person. He know the rules and the laws that govern the country and govern every human being. But the same man, Reggie Raymond, was backing the AFL for going to the airport to go against peaceful citizens that went to welcome their standard bearer. And he knows very well that the AFL cannot just come out. The AFL, they always come out when there is something against the nation, or when there is something against the peace of the country. Then the AFL come out. But this man sat here, not just this man, but some of the rescue yellow machines, the rescue / yellow machine people were here backing the AFL. But today he here going against me because I said the people of Grand Gide went against Zopeno because they don't love this man anymore. They know that this man been against them. He's a self-seeking politician. He don't care about the people of Grand Gide. He only care about himself. What he gets. He's here today lying to the public that rice in Grand Gide is even cheaper than rice in Monserrado. Why would you say that as a city senator? And that is why I'm urging Nelson. If we on a platform can send Nelson to Grand Gide, to go to Grand Gide and go and interview people and get to know the reality before we come here and just sit and open up and say things that is not factual. Why would you say Grand Gide rest will be cheaper in Grand Gide than rest in Monserrado? Monserrado got a port that will bring large quantity of food.
Vasco, I know you're doing your closing, but let me put you to check. We from here you that do your 30-minute closing. The man also said rest in Monserrado or cheaper than or expensive more than the one or cheaper than the one in Grand Gide. He never said it. So that make that correction. Please,
What a say?
Please.
Can I correct that? Can I correct that?
Do a closing.
The senator said, let me provide the clarity. The senator said back then a 25 kg rice was around 19,000 Liberian dollars. But now it's been sold for about 4,000 Liberian dollars, which is just few hundred. Like it's like
he said $200 cheaper. More expensive than Morovia. That's why he said $200 more expensive.
Yeah, 300 thereabout.
And my question to everybody here: have you seen Zopeno in Grand Gide or recent since the incident occurred on his residence? Have you seen Zopeno in Grand Gide going or having any video activities in Nigeria? No. This man when said in Moravia and lie and acting like he's speaking for the people in Nigeria. Let's see. Spoon FM, which of course every one of us, yeah, and we hold this station to be one of the credible stations. But this is not the only station that go outside. Or this is not the only station that Nigeria is full in to call and to tell the public how things look like in Nigeria. We listen to the people calling for Nigeria on other radio station. I monitor one other radio station every morning when I wake up from bed. It will cost me to wake up 6 a.m. in the morning. I wake up to listen to shows from the bureau, including the Spoon and whatsoever. And
Thank
I
you.
listen to callers. So for some people to sit here as a representative of the people who could now go to the country and send the incident occurred at a house that he was building. He have never been Grand there to sit in Maserati and speed up something that is not factual. Then I think this senator is mentally deranged. He got problem mentally.
Thank you.
People need to look at.
Thank you, Vasco.
I think we should not continue on this path. On a serious note,
yeah, man.
I think we should not continue on this path. Yes, we can disagree with the senator, but we should not continue on this path because Vasco, what is going to happen is that
you hear
repeating yourself. If you get problem with Nessie, I'll take
it back. If we allow this, in the case of Senator Pennant, tomorrow Senator Akaras Gray, tomorrow Representative Frank Safoko may come on this platform and
Senator Akaras Gray,
yeah, so
Akaras Gray will never ever see a public office again. Just forget about it. Once we are here, he gets the public office.
I think
let's avoid
in my own right, my own mind. I think although I'm on Spoon, and there's one of the biggest platforms in the country.
Well, I'm gonna let him hijack the show, even though he's done. We're gonna say all now. Listen to Vasco. Vasco, we're gonna say what he's saying himself. Don't hear him.
Thank you. Sandy, go ahead. Sandy, go ahead. You mute Sandy. You mute Sandy. Why?
You guys can hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, we had a great show again tonight, and I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank those in the comment section for participating as well. I'm from a very beautiful town in Nigeria called Dwoji Town. In Crown, we say Twejibli. It's about 5 towns.
With 2 horses.
No. Actually, it's one of the towns in Nigeria that is well developed. Very proud of it. In Twejibli, where I'm from, Vasco, about a few years ago, or let's say a year ago, I used to actually sell rice. I think I shared that story with you guys here. And I told you guys how I lost bigly when the US rate went up.
Mm-hmm.
Around that rainy season down Vasco, we were selling rice around $9,000. I'm not saying the same. Right now in Dwojibri, where I'm from, Vasco, rice there is $4,000. I buy rice there almost every day because I have people on my farm in the same time working and I feed them. That's not the same. This is not political. It's true. Rice prices hasn't gone up this year in Nigeria because the road is good. That's just the truth. We can't come here and dispute that. Especially when you are only taking calls from people and you haven't been there. To dispute somebody who just came from there, who have family there, because you are receiving calls and text messages from people to debunk. For me, that is an equivalent of delusion, and delusion has some mental health implication. I'm not accusing here. I want to be
Don't interrupt the man. Don't interrupt the man.
I demand respect when I'm speaking.
I honestly said, I respect you.
Yeah, but then prove it now.
Call that.
Can
Now
you
you want
provide any
verify?
video
Call
for
that.
respect, Grand Gita?
Please
You
mute
did,
yourself. I'll
you
put it to
did
the
too many
background.
videos in Grand Gita. Let me mute. Too many
Quiet.
videos. Can you bring one?
Quiet,
Now that my
Sandy.
time has been given back to me, even
Quiet,
though
quiet.
rudely disrupted, let me continue. Look, some of us want to be remembered not by following people. That's why some of us take our time to build ourselves. I don't need President Boakai for anything.
That's right.
I'm a professional. I don't need to come here and praise sing him. If anything, President Boakai will need me more than I need him to serve my country. And I'm not saying that to boast, but I prepare myself for that. So I don't come here to praise sing anyone.
Absolutely.
I come here, hopefully, I have shown myself here to speak to facts. I praise President Weah for some of the things he has done. And I would not come here and lie about something that is real. The road is there. Zopeno said today you don't need passport to go to Grand Gita. Go to Grand Gita. The road is there. Why would we come here and say, oh, it's a terrible thing for the senator to speak truth? Then we kind of want to debunk what the man is saying and say the man have some mental problem? How is it a mental problem when a man is telling you that the road is there? It's there. I'm telling you, almost every town have yellow machines working. We didn't say that rain season will not spoil road. What we are saying is this administration has put in place those yellow machines in the strategic area, building the gutters, building up like the swamp area, ensuring that the water is not sitting there. That's a good thing. You want to debunk that part of my YouTube? I have video that show the road. So look, I want a better road to go to Grand Gita. I want a paved road to go to Grand Gita. The paved road is on the way. I think right now it's almost it just past gray or almost to gray. We will celebrate the paved road. But what we haven't seen for many years, where Grangidians in the middle of rainy season will be traveling back and forth Morovia, not having issues selling their goods. The people there are not being suppressed. They are not being charged 9,000, 10,000 for bag of rice. We must celebrate that. This is emotional for some of us. Our people were suffering, and now that they can have access to the basic commodity, that you want to come here and say the senator is lying just because he's not saying it in favor of CDC today. That be Liberians, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Dre.
Then when you are speaking, I was thinking about my people in Grand Cayman County, Babulu County, and Bomi that's suffering right now.
We got on now, yeah.
Sandy, thank you, brother.
Stop thinking about people.
Thank you so very much for bringing real sense to the discourse every time you speak to the issues. Look, let me tell you this, and I've said this all of the time. For me personally, I'm not beholden to any politician, any government officials. We come on this platform to talk on the issues and the issues only, right? I'm not here for to sweet talk anything for political opportunity. I prepare myself enough to actually get anything that I want in this life. Thank God. But I've said this continuously. You cannot politicize every single thing that's happening. There is time and place for everything. There is time for politics. There is time for nation building. Elections are over. Let's bring our ideas. Obama said this best. There is no red state. There is no blue state. There is the United States. There is no CDC. There is no Unity Party. There is the Republic of Liberia. That's our patrimony. That's what we all supposed to strive every single day to better with our ideas. We cannot use this as if to say we're going against each other, competing, not positively, but rather negatively. We have to look at this thing, and this have to start with us. I've said this, we should not take this. This is a unique opportunity where we come on these airwaves to really, really disseminate information. And I've said this, we are not a newsmaker. We are just spinning our thoughts and our perspective on issues, right? Let us not try to grab headlines in any way, shape, or form. And if we do that, the people appreciate you. If you don't do that, then you obviously get everything that you get in the comment section. And I've said this, and let me say this again. I was in Iowa recently. A lot of people came to me to appreciate every one of you for what you guys do, for what you sacrifice for. It is impacting so many Liberians out there that you may know. So guys, let's come here, let's speak to the issue factually. All these innuendos and conspiracy theories will not help us. And finally, let me use this opportunity also to acknowledge and appreciate Honorable Sir Joseph, even though he and I disagree nearly on everything politically. But for him taking the time out of his sleep, sacrificing his sleep time to have a couple of meetings with us here last night. I don't know about a lot of you guys, but to me, a whole senator doing that, that is absolutely special. So Honorable Sir Joseph, thank you very much. Even though he did not answer all of our questions, but want to appreciate you just taking our time to be with us last night. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ture.
Thank you, guys. Ture, first of all, that's your senator. He should be at your what? Whenever you need him to question him, the Liberian people, they work for you. It's not, I mean, you can say thank you, but for you to say for him doing that is how they call it, I disagree with that. But anyways, guys, I think Cindy and Ribbon have already said everything about this whole Senator Pennon thing here. We have to, this reminds me of every time people come in and say, "Oh, we are your own sons and daughter. Vote for us and do this and do that." Right? And we, like Vasco said, the Middle East voted for George Weah a whole lot, and they ballot stuffing and everything that they even went overboard and it got discovered in some areas. It shows, but they were forgotten for the past 6 years. Someone said, "Oh, they were there. Those roads were there for the past 12 years." I wasn't paying attention the past 12 years in Liberia, but as I learned that Madam Salif was doing the same thing, like maintaining the roads, and it wasn't as bad as the past 6 years. For someone who comes from there and people lavish you with so many votes, plus the stuffing ballots, I think you should have paid more attention to them than than to just abandon them and then doing a campaign time. You roll over them with helicopters and telling them it was raining. That's why you didn't fix the roads. And then when people come here, they're trying to do their best. Nobody's saying, I never heard Zopena saying that the road was perfect or what, or either saying that. But they're just appreciating the little that has been done to change the situation, the dynamic of it all for the past 6 years, So I don't know why it's such a big deal to some people, and it's so hurt that, oh, this guy will get replaced. He's a sellout. He did that. He does, and I like how he's standing his ground. And people talking about, oh, you should have said this. They appreciate, and the brother that called and said that people did not appreciate Weah, so why should they be asking for it now? I agree with him. You should be, it should go both ways, right? But he mentioned the role going to the RIA as one of the things that Judge Weah was bashed about. And the thing that I remember about our role and the criticism that I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, that Remo already said the money and everything was allocated for that role. And for the past 6 years, that role should have been done. But they kept it that way till when campaign time was coming, they damaged the road and left it like that. And people was falling, cars were falling, and accident was happening on that road. That's when they were calling it death trap. Not because he was fixing it. So, I mean, I know the emotion can get high when our political parties are not being pressed, but at least when we come into these discos, calling my brother Aswari, we should know what we're talking about, right? To not just come and just put everything in the basket. Nobody was criticizing Weah for fixing it. It was the way they left it. At the time, I was in Morovia, 2023 in March, And when that role, it was both sides, because I know here when you're doing role, you block one side and then you do the other side, people passing it over. But it was like a breach. This side was a quarter, this side was a quarter, and it was just a little thing in the middle of the street, and everybody was going on that road. People, even if you're trying to drive passenger, there was no way to do that, and people was accident was happening on and off on that road. So it wasn't because he was doing it and people just hated him. It was the way it was being done that I remember that people were criticizing. So we should really stop coming here and try to be putting our feelings into stuff. That's your business, man. And be talking about people doing this, people doing that, they're being hypocrite. People know words to spread to something out there when they don't agree with something. But that's okay. But
Thank you, Emmy. Thank you, Emmy.
According to let me end, guys. Start interrupting me. So like my brother Sandy already said, we should be coming here and be like not thinking about political parties and who doing that. I know because people supported Bwaka, you see some of us supported Bwaka because we wanted George Weah out, and Bwaka was the best chance to get him out. So yeah, I think everybody's United Party when they personally unite. I supported that guy and I want him to do well. If he's not doing well, I will say it. But if he's doing well, I will say it. If you see that to be because United Party thing, God bless you, and that's your business. Thank you, Liberian. Let us put our hands around the president. When he's doing well, let's say it. When he's doing bad, let's also say it.
Yeah, Nancy, that give me 30 seconds. Let me not do my closing. I beg you. Just 30
seconds. Mother, a host, a co-host doesn't close.
Just 30 seconds. I beg you back. Let me do my closing. I'm talking much. I don't want to talk about. I don't want like do my closing on the on the
Don't come in with a felicitation.
Listen, that whole discussion. Everybody already discussed about it and they made it on it. I'm not going to it. I just want to give my closing on one thing that Vasco said, and I just want to correct him. He said that when you're doing a closing, he said there are people going after George Weah. So because the government sent police and army people, the army people when they come out when there is danger. But you forget to know not even there is danger, but when there is threat also. And threat was made by 3 different sedition, high-ranking sedition. One, Safoko. He said he would burn down the airport if George Weah not part of the VIP. One.
What is that? You get evidence?
How you get evidence? Go to session. Go listen to a session recording. Go listen to it. My man, let me
you did this thing. From making clean
you did your closing.
No, Vasco, what he's saying is true.
Nancy, please tell me let me do my closing.
I will talk on that one.
But you don't get evidence.
Vasco, let's do this. Vasco, you complain of the guys interrupting you.
Exactly.
Interrupting the guy. All right. Frank Tafoko actually said that, as a matter of fact, we want to host the lawmaker. And Vasco, you're aware. Maybe you're aware. We'll host the lawmaker. There was a point before this whole issue about the yellow machine came out. There was something that happened, and he was very angry. He walked out of session. He was being followed by a school of journalists, and then they were asking some questions. He said he was angry, and then that in fact he will burn down the place. He will burn down the chambers. So that's something he said.
Why should lawmakers be making such?
But again, he said it out of anger. Let's
we don't care. We don't care.
Nelson, we can't justify comments. You didn't make a comment. No, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You never know the motive of people.
You don't know the motive. So don't forget it. No, let me tell you. In this country, if people make prayer, the FBI come for you because it have happened a lot of times. People make prayer and they do it. So wherever you make prayer, FBI go for you. Don't make prayer and post on Facebook or even go on live. FBI will come for you. I dare you to manage prayer in the country. So let me go back to my topic. Next thing, Vasco, your asset though you get here on a Facebook page. He said similar thing like that. He posted it. If George Weah
They were masked in there. Who are you to mask in government property? Although you form part of the government, but whenever the people say whenever your rest stop, that's where another marriage begin. You can go and interrupt other people business. That is an airport. It's an international airport. You got a lot of people who coming in and going out. You cannot tell a lot of hooligan over there to go disturb, and you could see them. They all sitting on the muya. They want enter, and it was right. And I see Musa Berete talking about someone in the armed forces of laboratory of star. What they got to say? I'm just disappointed in Musa Berete. Musa Berete are people who one of the people who stole from the laboratory people massively. They ain't got nothing to say. They just say what they want to say. That is frustrating. We the library, if we want for library to be better, our mindset got to change. And how our mindset got to change? We got to think positively. Who come here and say, oh, look at the amount of people who are over there. A police and army people was not over there, right? Look, those guys are coming masked in there for job. Yeah, when they make that threat, a lot of them make that threat, and it went viral. And people saw it. People listened to it.
One of the person was Moses Akara's grave.
Moses Akara's grave. That jobless one who stole it, went Paris.
It's obvious, man. It's obvious.
So go marry. Then when we're talking things, then people come in and say things and say, why they got it, the AFL got a right to protect life and property as much as the police. So wherever there is strike, it ain't got to stop. They will be there. I'll listen to Jefferson Cody talking about.
But what did they do to anybody?
In Datis. That one that already said so.
What did the AFL do to
Thank you,
anybody?
I know you co-host, but you get me up and that's what come out.
My man, Vasco, don't tell me all about it.
What did they do to
anybody? Don't talk too much.
I will talk. You got my time to talk.
No, you
I will
got
talk.
that
My time to
different.
talk. Let me conclude. My man,
Let me talk
conclude.
you all day.
Let me conclude. I will conclude.
Conclude.
I will
You
conclude.
want already
I will
want to talk?
conclude. The Ascara
Pascal, you caused nausea when I sing your birthday song.
Definitely will put it to the back.
Wait,
But I will do better song when I give it to you. What that? But let me conclude.
I see you here for. Look at you. Nobody opposition to you yet.
My man, Vasco, you interrupting me. I will do the same.
Then send my shades back, saying you want nothing.
People send me today.
Send my shades back.
I will interrupt you.
You see me, my whole pocket wet.
Why you be lying here? You see, you're biased. You sat down here and say a lot of false things.
Vasco, you are saying that.
You myself talk off air. I'm not talking now.
Just motive on Nelson.
My people. I told you I said today I'm going to celebrate it.
We gotta send Nelson a great Vasco dress motive.
Today, my people maybe know that.
Nelson, any minute, interrupt my posting. Tomorrow, nobody doing posting here. I will interrupt. The moment you mean out, you must say, put me to the back. Let me tell you.
Okay. Well, listen, guys.
No. I will interrupt you guys when you guys interrupt me, more especially. Interrupting me, more especially Vasco. So I gotta learn.
Mama, you that told Nelson.
Let Mama in the air. Let him learn, please. Wait, cry.
You know,
I was just advocating for Vasco to send Nelson to Grand Gila to go interview. So Vasco need to dress mountain. Nelson need to go to Grand Gila for him.
You know,
no, let me say, freedom FM, independent journalist. Let me learn. Let me learn and we'll go to that topic. Let me learn.
All right, learn.
I know you're on sleep. Okay.
Mama, learn for the player try. Learn.
Very good. Let me learn. You know, so now we'll go to the topic.
How long do you want to take to learn, Mama?
My man, let me learn back.
Give me 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Okay, take 10 seconds.
Okay, no problem. But you know, like I said, it's a 5 seconds, I agree. But the truth will be told to our Liberian people. We'll say the truth. Nobody will go to that airport and threaten our people. The Liberian people deserve better, and our airport need protection. A lot of international guests and other business people use that airport on a daily basis. We take people from Freetown, we bring them over to Ghana. We gotta say, if any citizens who think that I brought for you, or they tell they were writing the deal on Labrador, say they deal for job we are.
go there, go this there. And the moment we hear it, we assign another police and we assign AFL to protect the life and property of the Liberian.
Now, why the people invited your police and the AFL?
That must have been like roll form criminal. Ain't saying that way.
No, listen, Moba.
You start here, they may look at, whole senator,
Moba. We have to do this, guys. This is a professional platform. We'll crack the joke. We will try to spice it up with entertainment and all of that. But people come here to get serious information. I mean, it's not like I don't know, maybe the lack of better words, but we can be doing that. If we be throwing allegations around like people in the market building, then how are we different? But what are we bringing to the table?
But like false allegation.
No. Again.
No, I just asking. It's a question.
Mama, I think we need to do.
Asking question. You don't come to the bar. I have a problem with it, but they're asking question. You got to mention I'm lying. So I'm asking him because Spoon displays the document before he lets.
Look, my point here is Mama, you're not getting my point.
Okay, quiet.
You're not getting my point, Mama. Okay, I think we have to end the show. I want to say thanks to everyone.
No. Don't go in the show.
No, I can leave. I can leave you on the show. I got a problem with it.
I got a question to ask.
I need to order that cup.
I know that cup.
Yes, we'll have to order that cup. Whatever he's drinking that cup is somehow.
Something is about that cup. We need to order that cup. That
exactly what I'm about to say. I think
we need to see Vasco birthday.
Vasco birthday bar.
Yeah. Let's sing our brother Vasco birthday.
So I can tell you what in the cup is dragon juice. You know, dragon can spit fire from your mouth. A dragon juice.
Okay, so
all right, guys,
let's sing our brother.
Let's see this song of Vasco.
I want to talk.
Nancy, really want to see for Vasco. The corner see for Vasco already.
My man, you sing here. I want to talk.
We already close.
I'm doing that. I've said the thing for again. What is stuff again? Foodie.
Mango foodification.
1.
Now we are going to change it to the Baka foodification.
1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Vasco. Happy birthday to you. Hey, but one more sensor. Happy Munya to you. Happy Munya to you. Well, Vasco, for and on behalf of all the Liberians, including those from on the Sacramento tree, we want to wish you a happy birthday.
Happy birthday
to you. All the seditions who now available to be on the show, we want to wish you a happy birthday.
Wish you long life, brother. The most tolerant citizen on the late night show.
We'll give Vasco $2,000 to our listeners.
Y'all give me time. Let me talk to.
The man's talking about the money we get you. Mama, please say.
You gotta the money and send it.
No, but Vasco, when I your birthday, wait.
No, finish. Birthday. To our listeners, what we always, normally our tradition we always do here. When a birthday, we post something together, we send to you. For Vasco, we send Vasco $2,000. So I think tomorrow or today you'll be able to go out, enjoy yourself, have fun, plus all the money decisions and 11, but I want a contribution to him.
And in addition to that, we said the man should call party for the people that live in the area, especially the seditions. So you please go and rap Vasco that he put up for you, yeah.
I want to bring out a Charlotte, guys. But next week I'll start sending invitations. Next week I'll send invitation to everybody.
My Ruth waiting for you. Who she gonna be?
Why would I even know me? All I know she can be making. I don't even see her in Charlotte. I know she in the bush. Like in the bush.
I'm waiting for you.
Okay, okay, guys. I think it's been a great show, and we want to again say happy birthday to you, Vasco. We wish you all the best.
And as I thought, so to talk to them my birthday.
What do you want
Okay,
to
what
say?
do you want to say? Okay, we shouldn't see you this one now. Say what you want to say.
Not politics. Talk about birthday. Not politics.
Me screaming to what I want to talk. To them my
Oh my man, we sing birthday song. Our political song we sing for you.
Yeah, we finish with the politics now, but Vasco, go
okay,
ahead
I
and make
thought
it.
of politics. Nelson, guys, I want to say thank
about to
you
repent
to every one of you guys. You might not know how this show, the late night show, is taking us to another level. You might not know, but today, I mean, I know within myself, I know the kind of people that follow me on my original page. I know, but the kind of the kind of people I saw. Next today, since I've been living, today is an extraordinary day for me. On a serious note, guys.
Hey, yeah.
The kind of people that reach out to me, messenger sometimes you will not even be friends with people, but they can tap your knee and just send you a message, and you can see it. It's up to you to be friend with them or not to be friend with them. Today, the kind of message I receive from people who I don't even know, I'm not even friend with them. I'm just seeing it. So I mean, I'm grateful.
Don't cry, brother. Don't cry. It's all good. Don't cry.
I will not cry.
Mama, don't cry.
My Ruth said she living right near the airport where you work.
I ain't working the airport. I didn't see you.
But Vasco.
I'm grateful. I just grateful to everybody.
She won't be you. She want to be
I think what
my man, you know, see Marvel so she can call your fufu soup.
I mean, I make lemba.
What I want to suggest, it might not be me, but there should be a time that we can meet.
Okay, we can discuss that in the back.
Yeah, we'll discuss that in the
back. Please.
Yeah, but before we go off,
in the show, we'll do.
Before we go off.
Yeah, I'll stop right about.
Before we go off, right?
We need to meet, and we'll meet to the girls. We're not meeting to no men.
Oh. No, my man Vasco. We said we'll discuss that in the back. So hold on. Vasco, we'll discuss that in the back. Hold on before you go.
Discussion in the back.
This is your birthday. It's an observation. Gentleman, Vasco is going through transformation. I observed something that is orthodox on Vasco's birthday today, and we'll discuss that in the back. Vasco,